Alright, here we go. It's been a little while since we played some Hardspace, but I do want to get through the campaign. We are getting there. So let's go. I was very tempted to play some Terra Invicta tonight, but I do want to get this finished, and I think a lot of the hype for Terra Invicta has died down a little bit, so it's not like I want to jump on that or anything. And this is after the update, so I think there's a lot more music being added to the game, which I'm really keen to hear.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52. Links would like to share the following inspirational
It must be because of the update. I lost the ship I was working on, so there's 3 minute credits out now. That's pretty good. Hello, Polaris. How's it going? Good morning. Or good night for me. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for jumping in. Let's see, where were we? How are things looking on the old employee terminal? All that stuff. What are we looking for here? We need 1 heat sink. Okay. And how are our pieces of equipment? There's our key to the ship. Cool. Thanks, Weaver. Everything's 72 on the laser grapple. Well, I've got 23 repair kits. I think I can repair some stuff. We have 73 LT as well, so we can probably upgrade some stuff. Let's have a look. We get the range upgrade on the laser cutter. We can get the range, range on the laser cutter original split saw. Heat capacity might be quite good actually. Cooldown would also be handy. Grapple, we've got the range increase on the grapple. The strength increase on the grapple might be quite nice. Tether amount 2 is also great because it saves us a lot of money in the long term. And 40 tethers is a lot of tethers. That's quite tempting. Thrusters, speed, fuel capacity, scanner. I haven't upgraded the scanner at all, really. I need to do that because I need the object and the system scan modes. I can actually get both of those, I think, with... No, they're 73 each. I've only got... No, they're 46 and 36. That's a weird number. That's what threw me there. I'm glad you're having a good one this morning, Polaris. It is freezing cold here, so I hope it's a lot warmer with you. Suit integrity. Audio resynth is interesting as well. I want to be here in space. Cutting edge looks allows you to synth the resynth audio from nearby hazards in an unpressurized area. That sounds like it might be quite useful. Let's try that out. Still can't get demo charges, not enough level. Let's grab the grapple, the max tether upgrade. Why do we get that number when we're going to save throughout the game? Cool. Let's go grab a ship. What do we got? There's a javelin here. I'm still not quite ready to jump into javelins, especially if I'm coming back from not playing for a little while. I might do a little macros to keep me off. This is a Exolab macro, which are worth quite a lot of money. This one's worth 12 million. There's a tug here with 17 million. That's a lot. 8 million macro, 14 million. I think it's going to be that 17 million tug. That's a lot of money. Where's it? What hazards have we got? Class 1 thruster. Class 1, so it's just reactor and thruster. There's no fire, frost, or electrical hazards. If they're going to turn that down, that's a really good pickup. Let's see if we get some HAL. Let's see if I remember how to play as well. What are we doing? 40 tethers. We're a bit low on fuel, but there should be fuel to ship.
Poutine with a beetle crunch.
Oh, gross.
What? No, a donburi of some kind.
Ooh,
Chicken,
nice.
if I was rich. No, you know what? A gooey cricket pizza with real cheese.
Drifted off again there, Kai?
Oh, oops. Hey, Weaver. Sorry, yeah, I'll get back to it.
No need to apologize. The food is sorely hurting up here. Trust you me, I know. Didn't realize how good I had it back when I was clam fishing Earthside. Kill for a clam stew right about now.
Yeah, this should be a big payday.
Fish for clam? I remember reading about
How
clams.
old is Weaver?
Never got to try some, though.
Yeah, the work was mighty arduous for sure. But a warm bowl of clam stew was a nice break from the usual grub I was brought up on. Maybe one day we can all grab a bowl together.
Clam stew? Oh, I love that. Thanks, Weaver.
I'm gonna get these thrusters
You
off
bet,
first.
kiddo.
These look different. So I need to cut, or do I need to cut this as well? Let's find out. Yeah, I need to cut that piece too. These look different. These cut points. I wonder if they've changed that in that last update. They look a lot easier to see, but they've lost the checker marks.
Salvage deposited.
This game is so relaxing, man, until you die. Sadly, we didn't get any Hal chiming in there on Kai being obsessed with food, which is a bit of a shame. I'd have liked to hear what he said about it. Probably would have docked his food rations, though, if we think about it. How's the sound, by the way, if you've got a second? Am I a lot louder than the game audio, or is it okay? I ask because messing with the sound settings a lot for Carrier Command. Which, if you've been following, we are going to take on the enemy carrier, hopefully in the next session, which should be a pretty amazing fight. Driver has come up with some pretty cool tactics, and him and Teledan have been spending all week planning it out, so I'm quite excited to see how it's going to play out. Alright, that's that bit taken care of. Let's get this piece here off, because it is quite annoying.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Yeah, it feels to me like the fidelity on the cut points is a lot easier, like they're a lot more visible than they were. Everything actually looks a lot sharper. But that might also be because I'm playing so much Carrier Command where everything in that game is not clear. But cool. Overall, kind of quiet. Interesting. Well, I could notch everything up. We'll leave it as is. But if I am coming through too quiet in a bit, let me know and I'll pump everything up. I've got it quite low at the moment, actually. Should hit start 10 on this cup.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
We'll see if any of the regulars show up. The money is on Derp showing up at the end of the stream and complaining they missed it. Because they always used to do that, at least when I was streaming a lot more. I would like to get back into streaming a bit more as well. It's just been hard recently. Work has been busy.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
But I do like hanging out with folk on chat. It's very nice. And I appreciate everyone who drops in, so thank you very much. Oops, let's be careful. There's some precision cuts coming up. Maybe I'll just tether this, actually. We've got 40 tethers, we can afford to be a bit wasteful with them. I want to take this thruster nozzle off too.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Let's see if we can grab some fuel from in here.
Supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
Salvage secured.
There's some fuel.
Applying credit.
That's cool, Polaris. That's good to know. I know my stream schedule is awkward because I'm streaming from Australia. It's nearly 10 p.m. for me on a work night. So you know, I probably shouldn't be streaming for too long, but I quite like just hanging out for a bit. Australia is a very awkward time zone for everyone else because I either have to stream first thing in the morning or really late at night. I get up at 6 a.m. to do the Carrier Command streams, which I really enjoy doing, but it is quite a lot to ask on a Sunday. Alright, let's get these guys done. Make some money this shift.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Gotta be fast. I haven't done one of these in a week or so, so let's hope I don't mess it up. Oops. Yeah, I'm making a big mess of this already. One more. The fire's already been quite far down the tube. Oh good, we're fine. Cool, no explosions to kill us. Look at that moving already. Well, that's interesting. Why are you sliding so far back? I've never seen that happen before. I like how the game's like, nope, dangerous over, back to chill music, chill tunes. Are you loose? I think you are.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Make sure this move's okay. Is it going a bit too low? It's gonna be alright? I think it'll be fine. Let's get this one, oops. Get this one moving as well. I mean, we need to start announcing streams and getting a proper stream schedule up if I want to do this more often though, because it is a bit hard for people to join when they're not really announced ahead of time. If folks do want to hang out, which they're under no obligation to do, of course. Let's make sure this goes through too. I love how ponderous these big pieces are. It really feels like I'm moving some heavy machinery. Ooh, are you going to get eaten by the furnace? No, you are not. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Okay. Let's get this now. Is there anything blocking the bottom side up? I think I need to cut another thing down here.
Valuable object processed.
Yeah, I do.
Credits awarded.
Oh no, I destroyed a light. You gonna go in okay? Yeah, you should go in fine. Alright, let's cut this one loose. Let's not kill ourselves.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Cut that one down.
Warning. Oxygen reserves low.
Oh, this is a bad time to run out of oxygen.
Regular gentle exercise
Well,
to increase blood oxygen
The
levels.
good news is there's oxygen in the ship, but we need to cut this fuel shut off first, or we're gonna suffocate and blow the ship up.
Warning. Fire damage. Links recommend maintaining a safe distance from items.
Alright, fire damage dealt with. Took a little bit of a roast there, but we're fine. Let's get some O2. Whoa. A little ship shifted there. There's O2 in here, and then we can save those missiles.
Oxygen reserves are critical.
I thought I saw O2 in here.
Oxygen supplies
There it
are
is.
available for purchase at the Master Jack. Oxygen levels stabilizing.
That was a bit of fun. Alright, what I need to do is save this piece. So just bring this over here. And then this piece here, I want to pull up here. And this piece here, I want to pull up here if I can. And then this piece I want to do the same thing with, so pull you up here. And pull this piece in here.
You got 5 minutes remaining in your shift, Cutter. 5 minutes. We were out.
I just want to make sure these fuel injectors don't explode, but I think they'll be okay. I always have so many problems with these, exploding in my face and killing me, so I'm going to pull the fuel tanks off first, rather than cutting them as one piece, even though I don't need to do that. Let's also not forget that the thruster is at the back wall.
Salvage secured.
Right, let's do that next.
Credits deposited.
I do like trying to make as much use of the grapple as I can.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Alright. Let's get this whole bit done before the end of the shift.
Credits deposited.
Alright, let's be very careful with this cut. Because the if it hits the bit at the top, it can cause an explosion. Alright, there we go. And in we go. This is how I've almost killed myself the most.
Salvage registered.
Nice.
Transferring credits.
Salvage goal 1 on the first shift is pretty good. Ooh, that was a scary noise. Should be a bit more careful. This is all processor.
Salvage deposit.
Alright, that's one
confirmed.
side of the ship done.
Applying credit.
So next we need to work on this side. Now I'm just a bit worried about how close this is to the furnace. It is very close, although I think it's still aligned with where it started off with. It might have been pushed over a little bit. Let's just pull it back this way a little bit. Just put a little bit of a pull on it, nothing too heavy. But just get it away from that furnace. Oh look, look it's still here. Didn't realize this had not been sucked in. So you know what's happened here is the furnace has grabbed it, which is a big problem. Thank goodness we have tethers for days. Just go back to trying to pull this away from this side. I might have just grabbed the cover there. No, I didn't. Is that moving? Not really. Let's do another one. I want to be blocked. Or maybe just try to move too much weight here. 3 tethers enough? That's not even moving imperceptibly, isn't it? Oh well, we'll just make do with what we can and hope it doesn't get pulled in by the furnace. We'll just have to be quick on top of it next shift. Yeah, it's very close to the furnace. I'm not liking this. Let's try and pull it a little bit further away if we can. This probably isn't going to achieve anything, but I don't mind trying it out. Any pull? Nah, they're just not strong enough. Oh well. We'll just have to try and make the best use we can of the space and hope that we don't accidentally get a thruster. What I might do is, before I break them open, is anchor them so they get pulled up.
Left till the end of the line, Cutter. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I don't know, Weaver, what would you do? Because on one hand, I think you're a company band, on the other hand, I think you used to be a bit of a cowboy. And how old are you? Because Kai was saying the clams are extinct, but you used to fish for them. Which is an interesting bit of world building at the start of this shift. I'm very worried about losing these thrusters. That's okay. We can refill them at the start of the next shift. I'm not liking this. Can we pull the main body of the ship over at least? Get that away. Is that moving at all? No, it's not moving either. I think he's probably is very, very old. I think he's stuck doing... I've got a feeling he's the foreman for every single salvage bay. That's my theory. Okay, we got 15 LT that shift, which is pretty good. We leveled up to rank 10. What did that unlock for us?
Cutter 9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Any mail? No mail. Hey Hoystein, how you doing? I've literally done one shift. You aren't that late at all. I've only been going for 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes. We just learned that Kai likes food.
Good morning, Shipbreaker.
Oh, here we go. Here's Hal. You're just in there for Hal.
I was thinking about all of you last night, and something came to mind.
Oops, what did I forget to do?
This
Oh no,
is
go
a
to.
quote from one of history's
Oh, a
greatest
Rockefeller
men.
quote. Really?
A fella named Jonathan Rockefeller. Good management consists of showing average people how to do the work of superior people.
You're not gonna move from here, are you?
Got it. Weaver, that's a good one for you. Maybe write it down or something. Actually, I can just send it to you.
Really worried about these thrusters. They're just so close to the furnace. Can I maybe just, oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm not gonna have enough strength to do what I want to do. I'm very concerned, but I don't seem to have enough strength to actually move this, so we're gonna have to just go for it. We're just gonna have to go for it. We'll do the bottom one first. Let's hope we don't lose them. We're gonna have to tether each thruster before we release the engine at the back, which is gonna be fun. We also need to remember to buy more tethers before we start doing that. If we run out of tethers while we're doing this, it's gonna be very bad for us. We've got 8 left, so we can do this bit at least. But this could result in a disaster. We've still done a lot there.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
We're also getting pulled into the furnace as well. Okay, so that's them off. So we're going to start with this engine here, but I want to grab some tethers and some fuel. What I'll do is I'll grab fuel from inside the ship when we get back from the store.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Wasn't the best grapple. Yeah, I haven't played anymore. I played Terra Invicta last time I streamed, which I almost played again tonight, but I knew I hadn't played this in a while, and I'm very keen to complete it.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
Let's get some tethers.
Tethers restored.
Just gonna grab some fuel before we start doing this. I don't want to run out of fuel in the middle of the work job. And as we know how soon, there's not going to be any disasters. I'm not going to blow up or die. Some fuel right here. Oof, that was close. Oh, it's damaged. Damn, I just destroyed it. Definitely need that. Any more fuel? Yeah, some fuel here. That's also damaged fuel. At least that one's not my fault. Any fuel downstairs? There's a repair kit there. Ooh, a fuse. I need a heatsink. There's something else I'm looking for. Any fuel in here? Is that a heatsink? It's a heatsink. Excellent. I need that. Alright. No fuel in here, so we have to be careful. Ow. You made me laugh, Oyster. Alright. Here we go. I'm very concerned. So we're going to tether this first. So it's this side that I'm most worried about. So I want to tether... I was going to tether it up, really. I'm not too worried about it going left or right. I just don't want it to get pulled into the furnace. Then we're going to tether the thruster to the back wall. And then we're going to start cutting. And we're going to hold our breath. Here we go.
Thruster dangerously unstable. Proceed with caution.
Let's go. Alright, that's that dealt with. As suspected, that has flown off really quickly. Let's get out of here and deal with this ASAP. So the good news is it's still being pulled up and over, so it's not being pulled into the processor. Let's add some tethers to the processor and deactivate it. Actually, we should deactivate it first. If I just set those in there... Oops. That should be enough to pull it in without losing it. Let's save the thruster before I forget about it. It's worth the most money. Alright. Now this piece here, it's totally rolled over, which is insane. The forces, there must be some weird torsion force on. Hey JD. Oh, hey JD, how you doing? Good to see you. I pop them so smoothly, Hoisting, because I've blown up so many of them to start with. I haven't seen in a while, JD. It's good to see you. I was just seeing your, I saw your video this morning on ship outfits for Nebulous, and I thought that was such a good idea. Loadouts for, like, yeah, I can't think of the description, but the loadouts for ships video was a great idea.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well too. Last I heard you had COVID, so I hope that's all wrapped up. Alright, here we go again.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
That's okay, we can get some fuel after this.
Thruster fuel system breach. Interior unstable.
Oof. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was scary. That was really scary. Alright, let's save this from... Okay, it's not going in the front. Look at the ship! This is all explosive down here. I'm really worried about that. Oh good, you're feeling better. I'm really happy. That's great news. That was nearly a huge mess. The ship, not yet. Okay, you're going in, that's great. Let's get the rest of these nacelles in here. Because they're worth a decent amount of scratch.
Salvage secured.
You should have
Applying
enough.
credit.
It's not pulling. So what happens is when you to get that thruster out, you have to cut 4 fuel lines. When you cut the 4 fuel lines, it will burn down through the engine to get to these explosive canisters here. And if you don't head down and pull this lever, which cuts off the fuel supply, before they get there, there'll be a huge explosion. But when you cut the fuel supply, it splits the engine. And that's when you could lose them because they get pulled into the furnace, and then you lose all your money. So there's just a few moving parts there. The first time I did one of these, I think I caused a massive explosion. So you kind of learn pretty quickly not to do that. Once you've got them down, the Atlas thrusters are a great way of making money, but until you work it out, they can be very dangerous. Alright, let's get these fuel tanks out of here. And if anyone's watched me play Hardspace before, I seem to be addicted to huge explosions by accident, or massive decompressions is my big one. Let's make a small cut here, and then the ship
Salvage
explodes.
deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yeah, JD does fantastic Nebulous Fleet Command videos. They are live streaming most of the games from the tournament that I tried to live stream, and loads of strategy and tactics and tutorials on Nebulous Fleet Command. They've got tons of great content. I highly recommend JD.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I'm low on O2 and fuel. I should probably do something about that.
Welcome to Visitron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Alright, now I'm going to cut these out, and they are still, like I said before, very explosive. So let's just not make any mistakes and accidentally clip a piece of it. I was thinking about doing a couple of shifts in Hardspace, and then actually maybe playing a little bit of Terra Invicta. This game would be great in multiplayer. It'd be so much fun taking ships apart with people.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to
Unfortunately, I don't think the technology they created is able to support it.
Alright, Cutter. You got
Just
5
check.
minutes
Yeah,
left.
it's not.
Lights out.
The ship is not pressurized, which I'm really surprised are because it's a $17 million salvage. I'm looking forward to the next couple of updates. They've got a customizable missile update coming out soon, or is it already out? I think sort of shake the game up quite a lot.
credits awarded.
I got very bad performance anxiety with Nebulous very quickly. I also kind of wanted to play it as a 1v1 game, and most people seem to like to play it as a 4v4, which is a lot to keep track of. Yeah, it's an engine limitation for this game. The ships are just so complicated. It's hard enough for a single one client to keep track of everything that's happening.
Salvage registered.
Oh, awesome.
Transferring credits.
I will definitely check it out when that patch hits. Oh, do we have anything interesting here? I don't know if I've got this poster. Ooh, there's some interesting music. That's very ominous. I don't think I've heard this track before. We've still got the standard music in the background, but there's something else in the foreground. Although it seems to have disappeared. Oh, we got some food. Well, the most important thing we need to do. Congress is new game mode, right? The updated, yeah, there's a big update to the OST. I think like 3.5 gigs of new music and stuff got downloaded. I'm definitely noticing, not like different tracks, but it sounds different. So we can use the splits out here. Let's make sure we don't destroy the airlock doing this. Oh, there's a heatsink. I need those. Oh, I'm stuck. I really like Terra Invicta. It is, but I find that it is both overwhelming and underwhelming at the same time. I need to spend a lot more time with it, and I've only played what I played on stream and a little bit that I played before I streamed. I feel that at the moment the boost stat for countries is way too important. There's like only a few strategies, even though there's this huge world game to play in, because you've got to go for boost. You really don't have an alternative. You have to get boost. And there's not really a lot of point in spending a lot of time with the undeveloped world. Like, you've got to go for first world countries, which is a little bit sad. I'd love to, like, you know, take Africa to space and stuff. That'd be really cool. I also feel that at the moment, while there is tons of things for agents to do, the fact that you're only limited to 4, and persuasion is such an important mechanic, it's a little bit, at the moment, of a wasted opportunity. There's like, it feels like you should really just have 4 politicians, or 3 politicians and a spy, but that's my limited experience of the early game. I may be very wrong about that. America, or Russia, or China.
Object accepted for processing.
And you kind of need to reform the USSR if you're playing as Russia, because you need Kazakhstan. Because Kazakhstan has the Roscosmos launch facilities, which you need.
You got 1 minute left. Time to shift your biscuits.
Yeah. It's very overwhelming, the UI, and I'm still, I know for a fact that I miss a lot still playing the game. Anyone who saw my last stream would have seen Hijinks Silverheart show up, and I'm like, I couldn't even work out what that character was supposed to be for, but I could tell that they were there for something. It's like a way more complicated part of this game, which I'd expect because it's made by the people who made the Long War mod for XCOM 2 and XCOM, which were super complicated mods that massively increase the complexity of the games. I don't really want to say that, especially because of the fact that I really don't like the game starts off with Russia at war with Ukraine. I'm really unhappy about that. It kind of sucks, to be honest. I really wish that wasn't a thing. Alright, the shift is over. We'll do one more shift on the ship, I think. Yeah, which is a shame. It's a shame there's only so few strategies because there's so many options. And what I've done with the space combat is, on the surface, so simple, but when I've tried to play it, it's so overwhelming. It's like Deadlock, but really complicated and very slow, but also very devastating. You get hit and your ship's dead.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy this inspirational message. The last 10% of a job takes as much energy as the first 90%, which is why it's so important to always give 110%.
Did they? I need to check that out, Polaris. Okay, we can
It looks like you're trying to upgrade on your ship.
We
Would
can
you
up-
like help with that?
we can upgrade our ship. We can upgrade the flight terminal. Nice.
I'm detecting symptoms of acute awesomeness.
So now we're upgrading the air filtration system, and I need
Vitals are improving.
an air filter. So that's our next objective. Let's go.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Hey, Dee Dee,
Oh, here we go. Some
why
plot.
don't you tell us more about your family? Don't like talking about them too much. No offense. Just here to do my job. That kind of thing is private, you know? You never know. Might feel good to open up.
Don't push her, Lou.
Gotta keep work and life separate, kid. Shipbreakers come and go. And I'll spare myself the heartbreak. This work's just not for everybody. Had this young cutter around a few years back. Jaina. Reminded me of my daughter. Nope. It sure ain't worth it to open up.
I'll answer once the NPCs have stopped. Okay, they have stopped. So yes, the foreman gives you his ship. So the foreman, who's the sort of Southern American sounding guy, has had some sort of accident. Something to do with the cloning facilities they use, and he can no longer leave the facility. And he takes a liking to us, and he gives us his old ship. But the ship is a mess. So one of the objectives we have, a side objective in this game, is to steal components from the ships we're salvaging to repair that ship. I don't know anything about geoeconomics, Oystein, so I'd love you to explain, if you could. I need to get this piece off, but it's always a hassle to move. Oh, I'm confused. There we go, we got it out. Right, now we can pull the 3 reactor, which is the most dangerous part of the job, but luckily this ship is an easy pull, although it's actually a little bit more complicated due to the angle of the ship.
Your gear's getting low. It's gonna start fighting you if you don't head back to the hab and make some repairs.
So the ship, JD, is like our retirement plan. Once we pay off our, what is it, $20 billion worth of debt for being given this job, we're going to fly away in that ship.
Salvage deposit secured.
Okay.
Credits awarded.
The scary music is because that generator is really dangerous to pull. That's okay. I don't know much more about the story than that. This is the point I got to last time when I was playing before the game got released, and then progress got wiped, so I've just managed to get back to it, really. But I have to say, progress is so much faster in the release version of the game than it was in the pre-release version. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Oystein. That's really interesting. 1.2 trillion. There you go. That's how much money I owe. Just for getting this job. I didn't realize it was a trillion. I thought it was a couple billion. It's insane. It's so unassailable.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I think that back piece is loose. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's 1.2 billion. I'm sure it's not a trillion. This is the most fiddly part of a build, of a cut. Getting all the little pieces off.
Salvage secured.
This is when I usually start making mistakes. Billion's still a lot. Like, I wouldn't apologize. It's still a lot of money. That's why we need to unionize. Get ourselves some rights. To be fair, that's a pretty bad decimal point to miss out on. The old, is it a billion or is it a trillion? You don't make that mistake when you're paying a bill. Okay, let's get some of this junk out of here. Because it's easy to set, whoops. It's very easy to set fire to it by accident.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Not worth much, but they do get in the way. So our only job here is to get to level 5. We don't care about doing the full salvage. Oops. Is that going to go in? Yeah, it is. I also left a light off. That's funny. Alright, got anything else up here? Just rubbish. Oh, there's a door control system there. Right, let's get the bridge. Oh, and the compression.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Yeah, I know sort of the reasons for the real thing happening. It's just interesting that I can't remember the name of the company decided to include it in their game.
Credits deposited.
UNIONISE. Just 800 mil, because it's a small number. Yeah, look, my debt's going down super quick in the release version. It is really a lot faster in this version of the game. Early access, it took forever. Or it felt like it did anyway.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit registered.
So, for those of you not on my Discord, and I don't know why you should be, but it was cool. The guys that I've been playing Carry Command 2 with have been coming up with tons of plans to mod the game if modding tools come out. It's really cool. I'm very excited for what might happen.
Salvage accepted.
They're doing a ton of work. It is so satisfying, WR. You are completely right. It's just, I find it very relaxing. Like, just really nice and zen. It's just very satisfying to start off with a bay that's full and then finish the shift and there's nothing there.
Salvage registered.
We're almost there
Credits.
on cash, which is great. What I'd like to do is pillage these consoles if we can make it.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yeah. It's the music as well. The music just fits so nicely. I was listening to the Bastion soundtrack earlier while I was working, and that's another game that has such a good soundtrack. Oh, come on. That's it.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Alright, anything we can steal before I leave? Can I get anything from you? No. Don't think there's anything left to steal from, sadly. Grab this, put this in the barge. I've got one of these. That's a good idea. Oh. I don't know why I'm grabbing this. I might as well just end the shift. I'm sure they do, Polaris.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm not going to sit and do the rest of the shift. There's not that much money left. I would really like them to do that as well, but because they've got the because they're making Home Mode 3, I've got a feeling they might be stuck making Home Mode for a long time. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's just made 5 million on that shift, so we've got 1,171,000,000 left in our debt.
New certification level achieved. License upgraded.
I should have tossed it in the furnace. Yeah, I was a bit too keen to finish. We just hit 10. Let's see if we get a tutorial for something at 10. Feels like a big important level, right?
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your
Yeah, it has a level
morning
6.
wake-up
Class
call.
2 reactors, ECUs, and coolant. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a big level. Alright.
Good news, Cutter. You've earned clearance to the next
All right,
level.
JD.
This means
Thanks for
you'll
popping
be
in and
getting
hanging
Class
out.
2 reactors
Have a good one.
now. Gnarly things. We'll start training when you're ready, and I'll walk you through 'em.
Oh, they're not so bad. You've seen one reactor, you've seen them all, I
Yeah.
think.
But you don't know anything,
This
Al.
ain't really that simple.
Yeah, I got a tip for you there, newbie. Don't blow it up.
Cutter, like I said, let me know when you're ready to start training.
Thank you.
Don't take too long.
Oh, I can't stand him. See what's in the sticker supply. God, Halo's the worst. 117 LT. What can we grab? Bearing in mind that we're going to unlock demo charges next level. I think I'm going to get the strength upgrade and save the rest of my money. Alright, here's the plan. We're going to do the tutorial ship and then I may jump onto Terra Invicta for a little bit. But I would like to get the training ship out of the way. So environmental control units are probably the best chance you'll find for me killing myself. Oh, nice home revelations. That's the TTRPG, isn't it? I'm excited for that.
All right, Cutter. Time to extract your first Class 2 reactor. This one's not quite as simple.
Just pull it and barge it, right? Pretty straightforward.
Well, I'm sure head office would rather the reactor was in one piece. Pulling this beast without proper prep is a sure way to print yourself a receipt for a new spare.
Sure, prep. But you're on the clock, don't forget.
As I was saying, like any reactor, it'll melt down as soon as it's disconnected from its housing. And these Class 2s will melt down mighty quick unless you do two things first. First, release the connection to the thrusters. Second, remove the coolant from the ship's Environmental Control Unit, or ECU.
Or just cut a hole, pull it, and barge it.
Jeez.
Just make sure you clear an extraction route before doing anything, Cutter. As soon as you release the thrusters and mess with the ECU coolant, that reactor will enter a controlled meltdown. Oh, and if you're having trouble finding everything, try using the systems mode of your scanner.
So, Hoystein, this is not my first time pulling one of these, but this is my first time pulling one of these in the release version of the game. I pulled one of these before in pre-release. One of the last things I did before the game came out.
Salvage deposit secured.
As for Homeworld control scheme, I totally get it. I grew up with Homeworld. It was the first game was one of my wow, I love video games when I was a teenager. So I got it, but I think trying to get into it now is pretty tough because games have moved on. But I'm really excited for Homeworld 3 because it looks like it's got cover mechanics and stuff in it, which I'm really intrigued about. So good news is, I thought the rear compartment was decompressed. It is not. Just the ECU room is decompressed. I want to try and take as much off as I can because not only do I have infinite time, I also have infinite oxygen and fuel. This is scary as, but I think there's a fuel... Yeah. There's a flush valve here. And that should flush all of these. So let's just check there's not another one. Yeah, and now they shouldn't be lit up anymore. Cool. So there's no fuel in these pipes anymore. So I'm going to try and take this off first. Now, last time I had a lot of problems deconnecting these, which is one of the reasons I stopped doing this style of shit. But let's see if we can get this off now. I'm going to try and clear as much of this as we can before we pull the reactor. Now, if I haven't pulled the fuel, this is going to blow up the whole ship. But I did. Okay, that was not possible before. Let's get all these nacelles out of here before we move on. Hey Seavolt, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm glad you could join us. We're totally not going to decompress and die.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
I've been watching Kenobi recently. I haven't finished it, so no spoilers, but you saying hello there just instantly made me hear it in Ewan McGregor's voice. Oh, so I'm trying to work out how to pronounce the name of the ship. It's at the top of the screen. There's an accent over the O. Is it the Portigon?
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
I do really appreciate they do give you infinite time to work these out. First time you come across them.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Over the O, so it's P-E-R-D-I-G-O acute N. Ball bearing in Spanish. Cool. That's an awesome word. Thank you for letting me know. It's a forward-leaning acute on the O, but I think WR got it. Okay, so that's the nacelles dealt with. The front of the ship is decompressed, apart from that top airlock, which is interesting. This one here. We can decompress that now, so it's done.
Applied.
Awesome, Seavolt. Well, I'm glad you could check it out.
Airlock depressurizing.
This feels like a remix track, by the way. Okay, so our next big job really is getting the generator reactor ready to pull. Now, the first thing I can see is that the reactor room and the thruster room are pressurized, as is this airlock compartment around it, but the ECU room is not. And this is where I made the mistake last time. So let's just go in and see what we're dealing with. So last time, what I did was I tried to cut the door. And when I cut the door, I accidentally cut this wall, and we had a mass decompression event. Now I believe I can take this panel off. And from here, I can pull the coolant. Now the question is, will pulling the coolant start a meltdown? I can't remember. So I don't think I want to do that just yet until I'm ready to move on. My big job here really is getting into the reactor room and keeping it pressurized. So don't pull the coolant. Don't worry, I haven't pulled the coolant. It won't, or don't do it. See? Now, I know what you're wanting me to do. WR wants me to pull the whole ship. So you want me to salvage all of this first. I get it. This is not decompressed. Yeah, this is decompressed. It will cause decompression, okay. But I want to get ready to do it. So what I want to focus on is getting this decompression done. Because this is where I always mess up. So, if I turn this handle, that will pressurize this room and open the door. This atmosphere regulator is damaged. I can't use it to depressurize the ship. But let's see if there's an atmosphere regulator in the main room. Oh, what? Why did that not work? Well, that's it decompressed. I'm really annoyed about that. That should not have caused a decompression event. Okay. Well, let's start getting the shell off without cutting any of the pipes. I feel like WR might be looking for some chaos on their stream. I feel like I was, the problem is, WR, is I don't know why that happened. Was it because the atmosphere compressor was damaged? Because what I was understanding should happen there is I turn that lever, the airlock behind me seals, and the room pressurizes. Not the door opens to opens vacuum and depressurizes the whole hull. Ah, okay. So it's just an honest mistake. I would have forgiven you if you wanted just to see me blow up. I mean, that's totally fine. People like to see me blow up all the time. We'll deal with that airlock in a second. I should be using the split saw here. Ah! A little bit faster. Did that cut through that? It did. Hey, with all the mistakes I've made, I'm overly careful. It's totally understandable. Alright. I think that's most... Oh, we need to get these as well. Okay. I didn't realize there was a difference between doors and airlocks. Okay. So we can hopefully remove most of these panels now. And start clearing the space around the generator. Reactor. It's not a generator, it's a reactor. Just hitch onto him. Are you loose too? I don't know. No, you're not loose. Because you have the airlock in you now. No, you are loose. Because I'm upside down.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Yeah. I was really worried there'd be stuff in the main room that would just burst out and kill me. I really didn't want to decompress there. I thought I was just clearing space into the room. And I'd be able to puzzle out decompression from in there. But that's okay. Look, we made it. We survived. We're not dead. All in all, it could have gone a lot worse. Where's the coolant line? Oh, there it is. Okay, get this piece off? Yeah. Can we get this piece off? Yes, we can. Is this piece loose? Yes, it is. We'll send it this way. These pieces are really big and ponderous. We'll do a double tether. Get it moving. How are we doing? Oh, I was going to say, how are we doing for oxygen and fuel? But we don't need to worry about it. Okay. I think we're ready to pull the generator. Now, the thing is, I can pull this now, but that would end the mission. Why don't we just get as much money out of this as we can and do it in one shift? Now that that's ready to go. So, let's get this airlock out of here.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
So Hoystein, what's the right order? Do we purge the thruster first, or do we remove the coolant first?
Salvage deposited. Applying
Deal with in there towards the end. I remember this cage being an absolute nightmare to try and get the fuel tank out of. I'll probably do that in a minute. Let's get the front of the ship dealt with. Coolant, plates on the reactor, then flip and switch to feed the thruster. Cool. That's the way I was going to do it. This is how I've sometimes accidentally decompressed javelins, is cutting the cockpit loose. Is this a panel I can pull off? No, it's not. Ooh, data drive. Are you loose now, cockpit? Yes, you are. That glass, I mean. So this is weirdly worth, sometimes worth quite a lot of money, the cockpit glass. Max time both ways. Okay, that's good to know. But you're not going in. Let's just have you in. Right, let's get these computers and stuff out of here. I'm gonna try and clear this out pretty quickly.
Raw material deposited. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Yeah. I want to try and salvage as much of the ship as I can before I do the reactor. Usually I would salvage the reactor first, just because I don't like to have it hanging over my head.
Credits deposited.
This is a main game theme, which I love. Such a good track.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
It's the poster in here. The one I've already got. Already got this one. I don't know. I never made it to Class 2 reactors in early access. Oh, I found some space coke. Gotta feed that to the furnace. Alright. Is this all for the processor? Because I might just chuck the whole thing. Oh, there's a couple of things in the back still.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Yeah, I've had reactors explode on me, and I'm prone to making really stupid mistakes. So for me, yeah, this is all processor. I can just chuck this straight in. I'll give it 2 tethers. All right, let's get on to the main hull. Shouldn't take too long. Ooh, what's this for here?
Deposit accepted for
Junk.
processing. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
That leads out to the back of the ship. That leads to the outer hull. We've got both of those. Just looking for anything secret. Battery there. Oh really? I had it since early access. I mostly invested in it because I was like, I loved Deserts of Karak, and it was originally a Shipbreaker game. And I was like, I'm gonna support these guys because they make really interesting games. Yeah, that's when I only had it, was the macro days. I only played it for a little bit, but I really liked what I saw, and I'm really glad it came out. Is that all of them in the loop? Yeah, they're all cut. What about the front here? Let's just grab this before I forget about it. Looks like the front's ready to go, which is nice. Yeah, so the guys that made this game are the ones that made Homeworld Deserts of Karak, which is a Homeworld universe game set on the Homeworld. They didn't make the whole Homeworld franchise. Relic made Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2, but Blackbird, I think they were involved in the remasters, and they definitely... Did I just hook that to the barge? I did.
Processing valuable deposits.
Oops.
Credits transferred.
They were involved, and they made Deserts of Karak, which is pretty cool. Game has amazing sound design. I did like this game. There's tons of incidental unit chatter, like tons of it. It's really impressive. Hello, free pieces. Ooh, circuits. I need those. It's a lot of fun. It's not too hard. It's quite rock paper scissors in terms of what units beat what units, and once you get your head around that, it's not too bad. It's not as complicated as it maybe looks like it is. It also depends on how many strategy games you played, because it clicks really quickly if you've played anything on the lines of Company of Heroes, Dawn of War 2, Dawn of War, Any RTS that uses cover mechanics and like unit level ups and stuff, it makes a lot of sense. Deserts of Karak was on my list of games to start playing when I kind of got the channel going, but I ended up going with High Fleet, which I'm really glad I did because I'm really enjoying High Fleet. But yeah, Deserts of Karak is one of my favorite games. It has problems and it has things about it that I don't like, but it's a fun experience to play.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
If you like strategy games, I think you owe it to yourself to try it out. Like, I wouldn't go out and buy it full price at this stage, especially if you're unsure. But if it's on sale, which I'm sure it will be at some point, that would be a good time to check it out. There's a few people that still upload multiplayer games for Deserts of Karak as well. It's quite different from StarCraft. It's much more about... there's definitely, I think, two schools of RTS. And I'm not a big fan of the StarCraft style RTS, which probably puts me in a minority. But I prefer the Units Matter style. I don't think it's Units Matter, because Units Matter in StarCraft. But in Deserts of Karak and Dawn of War 2 and Company of Heroes, preserving units is rewarded. And units maybe need to do a lot more. It's not like in StarCraft where you can churn out 2 hives and tons of Zerglings and just swarm your enemy. You could try that in deserts, but it wouldn't go very far. Oh wow, that sounds horrible. If it's any consolation, it's so cold I have a blanket wrapped around me. Here. Well, that sounds awful. I admire your persistence in staying on the stream when you're that uncomfortable.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
This is an interesting piece here. One of the things, actually, I think that it... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I was going to say that it exemplifies the Company Heroes Dawn of War style RTS is asymmetric factions, but that's not true, because, of course, StarCraft has very asymmetric factions as well. Yeah, I guess you got that. We had the... this is such a boring thing to talk about, but we had the air filters cleaned out in our air conditioning system the other day, and oh, what a difference. Is this loose? How do I get in here? Oh, there's a piston there. It's a rod. Right, can I take... Am I going to cut this? I'm going to have to cut it, aren't I? To get these consoles out of here. Let's cut the roof then. You can get this ladder out of here. Been killed by a ladder before. That wasn't fun. Now the ladder's stuck inside. Awesome. Still a bit janky when you cut big pieces like this. It hasn't come loose, look. That's a lot of hearing protection. It wasn't too bad. It's a rental, so something we didn't really check when we moved in. But it's made a big difference. Like, just the amount of air that's coming through and the amount of heat. We've got them on heat mode at the moment. Ugh, I hate doing little bits like this. I just want to get this console out and then I'm going to leave it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Hey Snatus, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on the stream. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad too. It makes a big difference. Especially with how expensive energy is at the moment here.
Salvage secured.
There we go.
Applying credit.
Let's a cool little corner console piece. I like that. I think I'm just going to chuck the rest of this in the furnace. I don't know, Snatus. I honestly don't know. It's for the end of the game. That's all I know. I don't know any of the story past the point we're at. So it could be completely useless. I want to say that it's a big part of your retirement. Oh, they sound brilliant, Oystein. They sound exactly... They kind of sound quite similar to... I've got some really nice noise cancelling headphones that I use for going to work.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Need to cut this as well. Didn't realize I hadn't done it. Okay. So that's all the stuff that's worth money from the front of the ship, apart from... Are you loose now? Yeah, you are. Apart from this nanocarbon, which we'll get out of here now. Oh, American buses are really loud. Yeah. Do you drive them, or are you just a passenger?
Caution. Out of tethers.
Oh no, need to go buy some more tethers.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
Okay, we're almost there, guys. Things we still need to do is really we need to extract this fuel tank, but I'm kind of really not wanting to do it because it's so much work. Let's start zapping these support struts. Mine are active, and the last time I took a flight, which is a long time ago, it blew my mind how loud it was as I took them off on the plane. Oh dear. That's exactly what I was worried was going to happen. Thanks so much, Buckethead. You just joined for that.
Temperatures can lead to employee burnout.
Yeah, that just happened. All right, let's do this. Let's get this further. Let's get this reactor out of here.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
That's exactly what I was worried about was happening. I was just too close. Too close. Took too much of a risk. Could have just been a bit more careful. Alright. Nothing too expensive was lost. We still have the possibility of level 5 salvage if we can get there. There's our long predicted mistake, and yet again I didn't die. So I guess I should be pretty happy about that.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Alright, that's the reactor revealed. Hey Blake Barden, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. So, we're going to pull the cryo, and then we're going to disconnect the fuel line, and then we're going to pull the generator. In that order. Let's get this coolant out of here. Yeah, that's exactly how it's time. Neither of us have gotten past this point. The first time I tried to do this, I couldn't work out how to deactivate the coolant. I thought I'd use the console. I was really confused until I accidentally nudged that panel off. Okay, that's that done. Now let's cut the fuel line and get ready to pull the generator. I can't use this. Can't activate the thruster switch. So that's interesting. Let's just pull this and go then. I mean to pick up the coolant. Oh, I didn't know that. Nobody told me that.
Bought yourself some extra time with the reactor there. Don't forget, Getting both the thrusters and the ECU will get you even more time. Well, I'll be. Well done, Cutter. You continue to impress.
When did I cut the power?
Now, just gotta work on improving the time.
Oh, how?
We're done with training. We'll leave you be now. Great work today, Cutter.
Here's a question. How do I get this out of here? When did I cut the power? Oh, because I took away the hull pieces. If I had taken away all the hull pieces, that wouldn't have happened. Damn. I'll have to just cut the tube, aren't I? Oh, well, the tank went up. Okay. Well, that's not my fault. It's totally my fault. I'll just cut it here.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Yep. Already on top of it, Einstein. It's all good. Ooh, you're going into the furnace. Let's move you down there.
Salvage.
Oh, I'm going into the furnace.
Credits deposited.
So, the coolant is used for my ship? Or you just apply it to things? I'm guessing. Let's burn this up. See how much money we can make.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Interesting. I can't pull this out of here. I think I'm just going to burn it. We're done. I didn't pick it up. I just threw it away. I threw it on the ground.
Applying credits to account.
I just assumed it would be something you would put in there, you know? Just felt like it. Would be something you would put in the barge. Alright, well we should get to level 4. I'm hoping.
Transferred.
Let's see. It's too late now, Holstein. It's already on its way in. It's all good. I'm not that worried. We should make enough money to hit level 4. Which isn't bad for a free ship.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
There you go.
Salvage goal achieved.
We hit level 4. I don't think we'll hit level 5. It's too late now. It's on its way to the furnace. We'll just see if it makes it in. Where's Earth? Let's have a look at the old blue waffle.
Raw material processed. Credits
Didn't
deposited.
quite make it to 5. That's okay.
Salvage goal
So that unit was worth a lot of
reward
money.
voided.
Thanks for future reference. That is good to know. Alright. Well, that's us done 2 ships. We've made quite a lot of money in this stream. I'm really happy with that. I think I'm going to take a break from Hardspace now. I might play a little bit of Terra Invicta. It's still not too late. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I've got maybe an hour left before I need to go to bed. So I think I might jump onto Terra Invicta for an hour. 16 million we made there. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not a and we leveled up.
Certification level
Which means we can now get our hands on demo charges, which should be quite a lot of fun. I've never ever used demo charges before. That's a good point. You can put the whole thing in the barge.
This is your daily wake-up call.
So we've got access to Javelin tankers now. And we have not made that much of a dent in our tent.
Listen up, guys. I got
Oh,
something
this is
you
great. I heard this
like.
before.
Oh, are you leaving already?
I went ahead and got you all
See you, Hoyside. Thanks for hanging out.
something that'll
It's really
make you
nice having you
10
here.
times more efficient. Easy. 20 times. You ready? Demolition charges. Spark free. These'll cut through damn near anything.
Wait. Spark-free demo charges?
That sounds pretty cool, Mr. Rhodes. Thank you.
No way. Not a chance. Damn things aren't new. Hell, I've been vaporized by those stupid things plenty of times.
She's actually been killed by them.
Spark-free. Things spark so much you could put one on a birthday cake.
Curzon. That's it. Come on now, Hal. I'm revoking your privileges for external
Oh,
communication.
Hal, you should have done that.
You... What?
Yeah. No comms outside the station network. No more calls to Mars. All of you need to understand something. I represent the company, and you show me respect. Got it?
Hal, let's you and I sit down and talk about this.
That's all for now. Best get to work.
Oh, Hal, I think you're gonna regret that decision. I'll read these later. Alright, well that's the end of this little stint in Hardspace. Let's just make sure we save the game. Alright, I'm going to switch us over to Terra Invicta. Just give me a second to do that. I need to put us on a be right back screen. Cool, and I can quit out. And I'm just going to change the stream title as well, because some people might be interested in seeing Terra Invicta. You never know. So let's quickly do that when we get the game loading. Thanks for joining me for Hardspace, those who did. Like, that was really cool. I had a good, nice, chill stream. But I'm really keen to play some Terra Invicta. Like, it's really itching at the moment. If we go to here. I should change my thumbnail. Cool. All right, that's done. Let's launch Terra Invicta. Such an interesting... Oh. The demo's gone away. The demo was only available for Next Fest. No. I was just about to jump into it, but we can't play it anymore. I didn't realize it had gone away after Next Fest was over. Well, that's really disappointing. Oh, I'm really sad about that. I'm really sad about that. I didn't realize it was gone. Let me just check something. It'll be my Steam files. I wonder if it's still here. That's really sad if that's gone. Where did I put my Steam stuff? I think it's in program files. Yeah, Steam apps. Common. They'll have removed it from the install folder, I'm guessing. Huh? There's a launcher here. Let's see what happens if I try and launch it. I have the game running. There you go. It's still here. Not sure how long it's here for, but we can play it for a little bit longer. The game is still working for now. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much longer it's going to be available for, but it is still here. So we're just going to go with the standard start. And the objective here is to focus. I want to try and get Europe up and running. I want to start with France. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I want to try and fight over Europe. So I'm not really going to worry too much about the rest of the world. I'm worried about my income if I do this, but we're going to focus on getting our hands on as many politicians and persuaders as we can. And then we're going to use those persuaders to turn France to our side. And then once we have France, we're going to start moving out to the rest of Europe. We'll pick up the Balkans and stuff, the Eastern European states, if we can, because they should be pretty easy. I know Ireland is pretty easy to grab as well. Yeah, it's a case of don't uninstall, exactly, Sir Buckethead. I know they can remove the EXE if they push an update for it, though. That's happened with other games I've had early access to before. But I want to start in France, which I think has left the EU in this game. I also want to get Britain back in the EU. That's my objective here. Let's reverse Brexit. Let's Brek join. I love how they're showing us the Freya class frigate here, like we're ever going to get to this stage of the game in the demo. The music's pretty good. I don't remember listening to this before. Takes a while to load. There's a lot going on in the background. I think we're almost there. Wee. Ho, 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 ho. I think where I stopped the stream last time is actually where the game really begins. That first year or so where you're just grabbing territory, there's not much happening there, so you can focus on grabbing territory. Can I skip this? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. It's gonna throw a whole ton of objectives at us. Okay, yeah, continue. Okay, so the aliens landed in Russia this time. We've got Caldwell Fagan and Ahmed Tabatui. Ahmed here has Persuasion 7, which is great. Caldwell has Persuasion 5, which isn't as good. He's a diplomat. He's an activist. Control, coup d'etat, public campaign, set national policy. He can't, he can public campaign, okay. So my goal here is, can I, now what's the map filter for, there is a map filter where I can see, oh, wow. Even not playing this for a couple of days, things get confusing. What I'm looking to do is check the map filter for how much people like me. Game speed, quick save, camera, toggle newsfeed, which I want to do. Game speed again, increase game speed. Cycle map modes, home key. So if we hit home, this is, now we're going to see what map mode we're on. Because I don't see anything telling me what map mode. Oh, population, there we go. It's up at the top screen of the screen. So population, per capita GDP, control points, military tech level, boost income. So this is one of my most frustrating things about the game right now, because there's not really much point in capturing territory that doesn't have boost income. Now, interestingly, yeah, that's Russia. Russia has boost income, China has boost income, America has boost income. This is Hawaii. Yeah, we've got boost income here, but there's nowhere else. We've got a little bit of boost income here. There's nowhere else in the world apart from Kazakhstan that really has any boost income. So actually going after Europe isn't hugely good for that. But what I think you can do under time is actually change that so that they can. What we're looking for is faction popularity. Okay, so Germany actually likes us a little bit. The UK, Britain likes us a little bit. Ireland likes us a reasonable amount. France doesn't really like us. Hungary's borders are wrong. I'm sure there's quite a few borders that are wrong. That's cool to hear. We've got some Eastern European states that like us as well. So if we just have a look, our current chance is 11% in France, 22% in Benelux, 7% in Germany, 9% in the UK, and 56%. The northern border of Hungary is completely wrong. I love that. That's very funny. The Alpine states they call Switzerland section. Czech Republic, Poland, Ukraine is at 56%, Slovakia is at 76%, Hungary is at, so all this is wrong. Well, because the Slovakia-Hungary split hasn't been done very well. So what we could do, one of two things, right? We could start to get Ahmed into France and start persuading them, or get them into Germany, which is probably, actually Benelux probably are a good starting point for us. Or we take Ireland and then move on from there. Ireland might be a good one because it's got 2 control points. I think that'll get us there quite quickly. Let's chuck some influence into that. Get that up to 84% and send him in there.
Establishing our presence.
And then we're going to sell Caldwell here to investigate the alien activity.
We'll see what we can find.
Then we're going to hire another agent. And who have we got? Now, if Hijinks Silverfish shows up, I'm going to blow my mind. We've got Evangelist here. She has Persuasion 8. And she can public campaign, which is pretty good, but she's 60 influence, which we don't have. There's a level 9 investigator here, which is great, but I don't want that right now. We're looking for anyone with a persuasion of over 7. Ixpir Nazimi is a possibility because we can upgrade his persuasion through XP, but I'd rather start with a 7 if we can. Also, he's cost 60, which is unfortunate. There's nobody else here who's even remotely interesting, so we're going to have to wait until next month. That's okay. We'll keep Caldwell around for now. So we've dispatched everybody. Let's check out research. So it's October 2022. So there is a chance that, Hungary might have changed its borders. There's a small chance that could have happened. Let's get Skywatch on the go. We're going to research heavily into Skywatch. And we need, which is the one that gives us influence, it's audience research. Let's actually kind of get that up to level 2. Okay, so that's our research objectives. Let's unpause the game. Oh, confirm assignments. Okay. Game is unpaused. Let's speed things up quite a lot. And unpause. Alright, we want to get anything that gives us more influence income. So we want lobbyists and influencers. Excuse me 1 second. Alright, if we deliver our manifesto to the world, we get 50 influence, which is what I'm going to go for here.
We believe we can join them as brothers and sisters. If we only convince them we are worthy.
Academy reveal themselves as well. Just the 2 of us, which is interesting. Let's unpause the game. Oh, actually,
here's what we found.
I've learned so much about the UFO. We've got... I want to take us there because I want to pause the game. Complete alien signatures. We'll do that. I want to pause the game. Ugh, it just moves so fast. New project available. Alien signatures. Okay, we're too slow there, unfortunately. No, the game is not too slow. Yeah, okay. I wanted to hire... No, we can hire him now. So we'll go in and we'll hire that... Okay, it's changed up. So we've got Persuasion 6, Persuasion 0, Persuasion 4, Persuasion 1. Oh, there's nobody here with Persuasion. There's a politician here with Persuasion 6. And politicians are quite useful because of some of the traits they can get their hands on. I might grab Ixmir here. And we can level up his... Yeah, we're going to grab him for... And he's not great. No, we're going to grab him. We need to get this happening. Okay, so he's on board. We've already got 1 control point in Ireland. So we're going to get Ahmed here to get us another one. He's got a 70% base. Let's get that up to 84 or 86 is fine. So
Bringing them on board.
Ireland on the way to be ours.
Reporting
now, looking at Europe here, Germany is probably the best place to start. Or we could grab France. I'm just thinking. Also, Portugal actually quite likes us. So why don't we see about grabbing Portugal? 48% chance. There's only 2 control points here. We can work on that next. Let's give us a 76. That gives us 81. Let's try and control Portugal.
Bring this nation to our side.
Now, Caldwell here honestly isn't that useful. He doesn't have any useful abilities. I kind of want to get rid of him. Right now, I could fire him and hire somebody else, but there's nobody really that exciting here. Nobody with good perception. Nobody with good... Oh, actually, Badjan here is a level 9 investigator. He is an investigator. A crackdown, purge, set national policy, surveil location, investigate council, detain council, go to ground contact. So we can investigate and detain, which is something I want to do. You can also purge and crack down. Let's grab him. And then we really need to watch our income. So for now, what we want to do is we want to get Caldwell to surveil to see if we can spot enemy agents. So let's start just keeping an eye on France with him.
Surveilling target area.
And then we'll just check on the loyalty of our own people.
Eyes on target.
To start with him. And let's confirm and we'll unpause the game.
Initiating surveillance.
Okay. Nothing showing up here.
I have new information.
Caldwell has a loyalty score of 6.
Our supporters are in place.
Cool. Ireland is ours.
Our
is great.
supporters are in place.
And we got 1 slot in Portugal. So that's a good start. So let's get
standing by
Ahmad here to... You've got the higher persuasion, so we're actually going to get...
Ready for my mission.
Sorry, Ixkier.
I'm here.
To go in here and just get the other half of Portugal. Let's get that up to 86. That's going to use all of our influence up almost.
Taking control.
Alright, and then we're going to get
Where do you need me?
Well, I'm not sure what
Ready
you're
for
looking
orders.
yet. But a man
Standing
needs to
by for
start
orders.
working on... Let's just start working on France. It's going to take a little while. So a public campaign in France. We'll not spend any money on that. It's a 76. Actually, we will spend some money to get that over 85.
I will try to sway the public. What's the op?
Let's get you to investigate a man, just so we know how much his loyalty
Initiating
is.
surveillance.
And then Caldwell,
Reporting in.
I honestly don't know what to do with you. We'll get you to surveil Germany, just see if there's anyone hanging out here.
Initiating recon.
And then let's confirm assignments. And unpause. So the objective is just to... Okay, surveil done. Nobody's showing up in this area. Just try to take as much of Europe as quickly as
Person
possible.
of interest surveilled.
Okay, we've got... Oh, I didn't check what his loyalty was, but we'll check that in a second.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Excellent. Public opinion is up to 14% in France. Once we've got 30 influence again, we're going to get rid of Caldwell.
Is growing.
Perfect, and we've captured Portugal. So Portugal and Ireland are ours.
Standing by for orders. Ready to go.
Ahmad has a loyalty of 11, which is excellent. Let's get him to public campaign in France again. Let's get that back up to 89%.
I will tell our story.
Let's get Iskier to campaign in southern France. We'll get that up to 80 odd.
Making our case.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if they'll actually interfere with each other. They might not be able to do this. We'll see. Let's keep looking for enemies. So we'll surveil here.
On Overwatch.
What I want to do is
What's
just
the
make
up?
sure there are no... nobody's trying to convert the Europe while we're working on it.
Setting a watch.
And we're not quite at 30 influence yet.
On Overwatch. Setting a watch.
Nobody showed up in either of those states. There's no agents active in Europe at the moment that I can see.
The people will come to our side.
Plus 11% in France.
The people will
plus
come to our
9%
side.
in France. That's cool. Enemy counselor detected. Someone in Paris. Okay, we need to do something about that. We need to get them out of there. So let's get Iskir, who's... Oh no, let's get Bajan, who's our investigator, to investigate who this is. He has a 95% chance.
Tracking target.
Then we're going to get...
I'm here.
Caldwell. Oh, look, we've got something going on in Amsterdam. So let's
Setting
get
a
him
watch.
to investigate here in Benelux.
Ready for orders.
And then we're going to get... If I tried to get Anmand to take over France right now, it's a 27% no France. It's a 71% chance. That's really ticked over to our favor. So let's get that up to 86, and we'll do
We
that.
will be running this place in no time.
Now, I'm not sure if I
Ready
can
for
get
my mission.
Iskir to also capture a capture point at the same time. I think I need to... Yeah, I can't, because he'll try to capture the front one. So I'm just going to get you to continue campaigning, just to increase our chances if this one fails.
I will try to sway the public.
And let's continue.
They are not life
Okay,
forms.
we found humanity
It's
first,
innocent.
who we're going to have to fight later.
Initiating surveillance.
I didn't mean to tell him to restart, that was stupid, but it doesn't matter. We can fix that.
Tracking failed.
We didn't manage to catch that, whoever that was in France.
We've moved the needle.
Plus 9% in France. Our counselor in Paris has been spotted, which means he might be attacked, but I think it's too early in the game to worry about that. So I'm pretty chill.
We have got our people in place.
And we've captured our first control point in... No. Control mission. Okay, we not only captured the point, we got a 2% shift in our favor. That's excellent. So France is moving over to our side. So we'll get Ahmed
Ready.
to push France again. We'll get that up to 89%.
We will bring this nation to our side.
We're going to
Ready for orders.
fire
Ready.
Caldwell. If we go into our guys here, we're going to dismiss him. And we're going to find someone better. Look for someone else with Persuade. There's Aisha Daeshi here, or Yori Kitakabage. There's also a hacker. I wonder if they're any use later on. There's also another diplomat here who's 5555. That's very suspicious. Oh, it's Caldwell. Let's grab the journalist just because we've got a politician already, because she has turned counselor, which might be useful. But she also has an investigation of 7, so she's a bit more useful than Caldwell was. And we can get her leveled up. I don't think anyone here has enough XP to augment, because what I want to get them is +1 persuasion. Anything useful? Yeah, we want to get hold of some of these laboratories as well. One of these lets us construct stuff. Is it DARPA? Well, they have to be American. Must be American. MI5, Serbian nationals. Anyway, we'll look into this once we capture some territory. Alright, so where were we? Assignments. This is closed, which is not useful. So you're capturing the territory. Badjan, our investigator. Why are you over there? Oh, you must have followed that agent. Okay. We'll keep investigating this counselor. I'm not going to pump any ops into that. You
Standing by for orders.
have a lot of things you can do, which makes you quite useful. Let's get you into France for now, and get you to do public campaigning.
Making our case.
Your orders.
And then we'll also get Ixier to public campaign in France as well. Oh, interesting. We're hitting diminishing returns.
I will tell
let's keep
our
doing that.
story.
And then let's confirm assignments and go. Special advisory team. Okay. Economic development. Boost priority and spaceflight priority. Military priority. National aid welfare. Let's get boost priority, even though I don't think it does very much this early on in the game.
We've got some intel on our target.
The DGSE. Cool. I can grab them then. Okay. We've got some information on the Humanity First Counselor. That's great.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
France loves us now. Alien fleet detected. Okay, we've got first
The
aid
trick
fleet.
is not to look directly
and
at what you are trying to see. Offset your focal point somewhere to the side of where you think
Okay,
you
we did
noticed
manage to
the
win the Skywatch research, which is annoying. I should have kept an eye on that. We have 2 out of 4 control points in France, though. So we didn't manage to get Skywatch under the go. Let's try for whatever is next. We'll just put everything into Deep System Skywatch because there's no point competing on Mission to Space or We Are Not Alone. It's us versus Humanity First here. Hopefully we can overcome them. So let's get... This is not super exciting, I know, but this is how it kind of works at the start of the game. Let's get Ahmed again to take a Control Nation action.
Them to our side.
We probably don't need to public opinion here anymore, so let's start working on Germany. Or do we want to try and take over Benelux? Let's take over Benelux from the faction that's got it. So we'll public campaign in Benelux. You can detain this guy. I don't want to spend any ops. Actually, no. You need to crack down here. Crackdown. 90% chance, 1% chance of a crackdown. Wow. Let's not do that yet. Let's surveil the location to see if anything's going on in Benelux.
Surveilling target area.
And then we'll get you to move in here and public campaign as well.
We
need
must
to get public,
persuade the people.
Get public support for us up in Benelux. And let's confirm assignments and hit play.
Initiating surveillance.
We've moved the needle.
8%, that's good.
Public opinion is moving
7%.
in our direction.
That's also good.
We have gained significant support.
And we are 1 off controlling France. Okay, let's start with you. I need you to control nation in France, please.
Putting our people in place.
That will get us the last control
point.
point.
Where do you need me?
And then here, Ixmir, if you were to crack down in France, in Benelux, you got a 2% chance. If Aishiana cracks down here, she has a 4%. So she's a better at cracking down than you, which is interesting. What is the stat for crackdown? It's investigation stat. Okay, that's interesting.
Standing by.
It's Badjan who should be better, but Badjan does have a 6% chance to crack down. Well, we'll keep, for now, we're going to keep campaigning here.
Ready. At your service. I'm here.
Where to?
Where to?
And then Badjan... There's absolutely no way we're going to be able to purge this control point. How much influence do we need to spend to get a decent crackdown? So if I spend 32, I'll get a 29% chance. So we need to wait on that a little bit longer. Let's give you a mission. Anyone else? Let's see what's going on in the UK.
Initiating
I didn't mean to click on that. Hang on. Because we also need to get... I can't believe they got the UK so fast. But we'll keep going with that. We'll confirm our assignments.
Circumstance is an opportunity.
Find the initiative.
Surveilling target area.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing in Benelux. I need to crack down and purge Benelux.
The Surat al-Baqarah teaches that in the creation of
they
heaven
got...
and earth, a wise people may find the signs
crazy.
of
That's Deep Space.
Let us heed those words and join together.
No, orbital shipbuilding, okay.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
That's 8% in Benelux.
We're
5% in
winning their
Benelux.
hearts and minds.
What is that noise?
We have got our
referring to?
people in place.
Right, we now have control of France, which is great. And we now have control of an army, which is brilliant. Okay. So what? Now I've got 2 points now in Benelux, which is a little bit scary.
Reporting in.
We're going to try and control that last point. You've got a 60% chance. I spend on my influence, I get it to 93. So we try and grab that last point off them. That's going to spend pretty much all of our influence, which I don't really want to do.
Ready for my mission.
Let's get you guys to continue campaigning here.
I will try to sway the public.
I'm here. At your service.
Bajan, we'll leave you for the moment. Is
Ready
here.
to go.
You can continue campaigning.
We must persuade the people.
Ahmed,
Standing by.
let's get you to campaign
Ready
as
for
well.
my
Or should we
mission?
get you to move into Germany? If I got you to season 60%, let's get you to start working on Germany, just so we're not
must
putting all our
persuade
eggs
the
into one
people.
basket.
I'm here.
Iskir, I need you to crack down. I don't think you're ready to. 60% chance to crack down. I get that up to 74% chance with all of my intrigue. Yeah, it's honestly, Jake, it's like there's nothing more important than public opinion, which is why I've got 3 people devoted to putting my public opinion up right now. Getting my public opinion up high enough will make it much easier for me to crack down on this location as I understand it. In fact, we should be checking to see if there's anyone better, because who's this not great. Bajan is good, but not amazing. Unfortunately, I can't see the other people while he's here. But let's just check. Can we upgrade unit yet? No, we need 4 more XP. Okay, that's fine. I need a job for Bajan. I do think I need an investigator just to make sure nobody's snooping around, and I can also just keep an eye on other counselors. Maybe I need to get rid of him and get another. Why don't we just do that, right? Let's get rid of Bajan, because he's just sitting around doing nothing right now. And let's get ourselves another politician. Reign Singapore, Persuasion 1, Persuasion 6. So we've got Yori Kitakabage. She's got Persuasion 6. It's not amazing, but let's grab her. She's quite expensive, but whatever. And we'll get her to also increase public opinion here. Oh, I should have checked. She can't. She can only purge and control. Well, let's get her to grab some low-hanging fruit then. What about grabbing the Czech Republic? Not that the Czech Republic is low-hanging fruit at all, but it's just not as essential as Germany.
Establishing control.
Okay, let's go. Okay, we've got an enemy agent in Italy, which I don't have an investigator to deal with anymore. Does anyone have a decent
Mission
investigation?
in progress.
People
Prepping
of
for
Tigray
mission.
have declared independence from Ethiopia. Good for you.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
24%.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've gained significant support.
Okay, Czech Republic is 1 step towards being ours. Global research complete, and we are not alone. Cool. Endless Dreams. The demo is still on my computer, even though the demo expired. If you go into your Steam Apps folder, when the hard drive that you've installed this game to, it should still be there. It was for me. You can't launch it through Steam, but you can get there through the submenu. So I would check it out. All right, where were we? Okay, so let's check our crackdown chances here now. I just realized why I needed to keep an investigator, because now I have a very low. But Aisha has an okay investigation. Makes it quite useful to have around 26% chance of a crackdown. That sucks. If I boost it, I get up to 73. I don't really want to do it until I get to 80. Let's keep for now. I need to check what the public think of us actually. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna pick up some investigators later. But for now, I think I just need persuaders. What I want to look at right now is what does Benelux think of us? So we're at 45% public opinion, which is interesting. We need to get that a bit higher. So let's keep on just shouting at how great we are from the streets.
We'll make our appeal.
You capture the other control point in the Czech Republic. We'll just bump that up to 89.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
I actually want you back in Benelux. Let's just really push
Making your
Benelux.
case. At your service. I will tell our story.
Let's go. I have not watched Rumi's 12-hour stream because it is a 12-hour stream. But I've had a lot of people comment on my last Terra Invicta stream, and I'm trying to go off what they've been saying. 4%.
Public opinion
That's
is
a good.
moving in our
12%
direction.
is nice.
We've moved the needle.
The other option here is we go for a coup.
We were unable to establish control.
Okay, we didn't get the control point there, sadly. Got enemy fleet in orbit. Alright, let's try this again.
Where do you need me?
You have the
Ready
best
for my mission.
investigation. Can you
Ready.
crack down? 78% chance of a crackdown. Do I have anyone who can purge? This is a good question.
Acknowledged.
You can't purge, but we can coup d'etat. You can purge. Excellent. Okay, cool. So,
Acknowledged.
Aisha, I would like you to crack down. Let's put some influence into that. Bring it up to 90% chance.
Applying pressure on their people.
You try again to control
Ready
nation.
for my mission.
You
Establishing
increase
our presence.
public campaign.
At your service.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
We must
Hang on.
persuade the people. Reporting in. Ready
Here.
for orders.
Public campaign. Here, thank you.
I will tell our story.
And you also
Where
public
to?
campaign in Benelux. Alright,
It has always been true that
cool.
Our
Found-
only hope.
We found some other people, I'm not too worried. UFO crash on Earth, we need to investigate that. That's in Algiers.
Public opinion is moving
Plus
in
5%.
our direction.
Crackdown
Crackdown
complete.
success, nice.
Our case remains
Public mission
unheard.
failure, interesting. I can see that they've defended the UK.
Our supporters are in place.
And we got Prague, which is nice. Alright, now,
Standing
who
by.
can purge? You can purge.
Your orders.
And you
Standing
can purge.
by.
Purge is based
Ready for
off the
orders.
espionage stat. You have an espionage of 1. Excuse me. Alright, I don't have a great investigator for purging, that's why I needed an investigator. But we can try it here. We've got a 93% chance to purge without spending any influence. I actually want this to be guaranteed, so if we spend two influence, we get it to 96%, so that's
Targeting
purge.
the opposition.
Ready for orders.
Aisha, I would like you... just realized that she can only public campaign. Let's keep public campaigning in Benelux because we need to crack
I
down
will
in
tell
there
our
next.
story.
I would like
Ready to
you
go.
to move here, and there's no way you're gonna be able to control point actually. Why don't I just bump this up to 89% and start
Taking
taking over
control.
Germany? There's Germany.
Your orders?
Yeah. And then you continue to public opinion here, just to
I
make
will
it
try
easier
to
to crack
sway
down.
the public.
Let's go.
They are here to cleanse our sick
Cool, we found
world.
the servants. Oh, I forgot to investigate the mailing crash. Oh wow.
We have moved the needle.
Alright, status, no worries. Thanks for jumping in. I'm not going to be playing for too long, but I appreciate you jumping on the stream. Have a good one.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
It's not that exciting, I understand. I'm trying to work the game out.
We are in control now.
Okay, we purged one of the
We've
control
got our
points.
people in place.
And we got someone in Germany, which is great. Okay, so
I'm
Aisha,
here.
I need you to crack down here. 92% chance of success. Let's bump that up to 95.
Targeting their key people.
You can keep on working
At your
on
service.
Control Nation in Germany. I can't afford any yet, Jake. My income's
Putting our
really
people in
bad.
place.
But once I get France,
Where
once I
to?
get Germany and Benelux under control, I think I'll start making a lot of money. You can't investigate alien activity, which I thought was something everybody can do. So let's keep working on that public opinion, but we'll start working in Germany.
I will tell our story.
I think I missed my
Where
chance to
do you need-
investigate the alien activity, actually.
We'll make our appeal.
I'm just happy that this seems to be working, because this is what I've been theory crafting.
We've neutralized their key
Cool.
people.
There's another crackdown.
People will come to our side. Public opinion remains unmoved.
Okay, we failed there.
Our presence is growing.
We've got another point in Germany, which is great. Because we're going to have concurrent territory at that point. Okay, I need you to purge here.
Terminating the opposition.
What's
You
the op?
can convince Germany that we're
Making
great.
our case.
You can grab
Where to?
Germany. We'll just pump that up to 80 to 90%.
We'll be running this place in no time.
And you
I'm here.
can also tell Germany how great we are. It's actually not that exciting, right? We're just continually convince, capture, or convince, purge. Crackdown, purge. It's like, new project available. We're now able to undertake clandestine cells. That's super important.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
This is a hugely important project, so we want to get on that ASAP. I'm actually not worried about this anymore because we are behind by quite a lot. 362. Oh no, we're actually ahead. We're actually going to control this, so let's just focus on that for now. We should be able to control that research. And let's play the game again.
We've moved the needle.
Our associates are now in charge.
Purge
We're
complete.
taking over.
Let's get the news feed updated as well. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright. So Germany is almost ours, and we need to get Aisha
I'm here.
to crack down the
Your
last
orders?
point in Benelux.
Turning up the heat.
We'll get you to capture Germany.
Reporting in.
I don't think we need to worry about
Standing by
increasing
for
our
orders.
how much they like us here. Let's start working on Switzerland. Yeah. It's kind of getting... I want to know how to get myself into a position where I'm ready to fight the aliens, so that when the game comes out, I'm not messing around with this for too long. And this seems to be working. The question is does Europe have enough pressure to deal with
Hit
Russia
them where it hurts.
and America and China?
Public sentiment is increasingly with us. Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Federation ends. Romania has decided to leave the EU. Well, we're going to fix that.
We've gained significant support.
Okay, we have Germany. Germany is ours. And there's one control point left, which Ischia is going to purge for Benelux.
Removing our enemies.
Ready to go. We'll make our appeal.
Standing by for
cool.
orders.
This is so
Reporting
easy.
in.
When you've got the public campaign squad on the go,
Making our case.
the game gets bitty. It's getting a bit too simple. Let's get your persuasion up. So we can't afford anything yet. We need... I can get CERN if I get Vienna, which is quite nice. The IMF, where do I need to, that's Washington, of course. What was it BDSG? The Pylos Syndicate. Criminal missions, okay. Pacific Security. Assault Alien. The Marius Foundation. That's just a free one. Kinetic Pressure Control, okay. Those are the ones he can grab. Did anyone else be upgraded? You can be upgraded. Let's get you +1 persuasion. No. You're my... Yeah, I need to get espionage up on you. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. They've already got people... Oh, we can actually buy some of these for him. Hang on. We can get Aegis Division. That gets me +2 command. That gets him +2 command, +2 security. Pacific Security gets me Assault Alien Asset Missions. What does that do? This is quite good because it gets me an ops income as well. Do we want to grab this just to see what that mission is? I bet you can't do anything because there's no alien assets on the planet, right? Mars Foundation gets me science and space science research. Kinetic pressure control gets me +2 mechanics, which isn't even a stat I've seen before. +2 science and +2 material science research. I've also got Aegis, which just gives them +2 command, +2 security. It gives me +2 influence, +3 org. Before I do that, can I get anything else? You can't get anything special, but you can be upgraded. You can get me nothing new either. And you, for some reason, you can't buy anything, which is interesting. All right, what are we thinking here? I'm tempted to get Pacific Security, but I don't think it really gets me very much. The Marius Foundation, no, not the Marius Foundation. Kinetic Pressure Control seems to be the most useful one, but it's going to cost me a lot of... It's not going to cost me anything. Why don't I just grab all of them? I can get this, and I can get Pacific Security. Have I made a mistake? Because his loyalty is very low. Let's just try this out. So I've grabbed all of these, right? They cost me nothing. He now should have the Assault Alien Asset mission. Spire. He doesn't have it. No, wrong guy. It's Ixir.
I'm here.
He does. Okay. Later combat unit against a fixed alien asset. Well, that's interesting. For now, everyone's got their assignments. Let's go.
How could one so young,
okay,
coddled as you are by the modern
excellent
world,
we got deep
begin
system
to
Skywatch.
understand what war is? I did what had to be
Yeah, I
done.
assumed there'd be stuff like that,
Closing
Jake.
your eyes and wishing them.
Alien base detected. So there's an alien base on Halmea, which is one of the far, far outer objects, I believe. There's also an alien station of orbiting Halmea. Another one in Halmea. Another one in Halmea. So there's a lot of space enemy. All right, what do I want to grab here? The tech tree, by the way, if you've not seen it in this game, is terrifying. I need to know what is worth researching, and I haven't even had a chance to open this up and really look at it. Looks like we need deep space propulsion concepts. This is the full tech tree. It blows my mind every time I open it. It's just insane. If we compress it down, it looks like we need deep space propulsion to start building anything. And orbital shipbuilding and orbital hubs are already underway. So let's see if we can get deep space propulsion. I don't think it's an option for us. It is. Let's get deep space propulsion concepts. And that'll start getting us up into space. Meanwhile, I want to pump all of my research into clandestine cells. That means I can get another agent on the board. And let's drop this down to a little bit of contribution. I don't really care if someone else gets it. Alright, now we need to give everybody... No, we don't need new missions. Let's go.
We have moved the needle.
Cool, Alpine States love us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've removed some threats.
Excellent. We have
Our
taken
presence is
Benelux.
growing.
And the Alpine States like us. We'll take Spain next, I think. New normal. That's right. Cyprus will go twice a month going forward. So missions are slowing down at this point now. So that's the land grab over, right? That's as far as I've really played in the demo. I just usually played a lot slower. From this point onwards, the game should slow down a little bit. But we've already taken a decent amount of territory. I'm really happy with our start. What we want to do now is focus on taking Vienna. And then we'll move into Spain and Italy. And then we'll look at taking Denmark, maybe a little bit of Scandinavia. And I really want to start working on United Kingdom and get them back into the European Union. I think that's my main goal. But I want to get the rest of the EU first.
At your service.
So let's get
Acknowledged.
to keep working on grabbing
Bringing them
Alpine
to our
States.
side.
What we could actually do is we could just go straight into the UK. So let's get Ahmad.
I will try to sway the public.
Ready for orders.
Seer,
Making our case.
and Aisha, because there's no way she can crack down here yet. No, get working on that public opinion in
I will try to sway the
Now,
public.
the enemy are guarding their control points, but there is a fourth one that is unguarded. If we hit that one first, it gets us a foothold. And it's going to take a while to turn public opinion in the UK because they're stubborn as hell. Images of obvious alien military ships and structures in the far south of the Dash tropes worldwide for peaceful contact. Many who wish to seek an active cooperation with the aliens are changing their views in light of some of the first hard facts about their arrival. Yeah, this is feeling way more cohesive than every other time I've played the game so far. This feels like the way to do it.
The people will come to our side.
I wish I knew what that noise was, though. Oh, there you go. It's Israel and Algeria ending their rivalry. Humanity First is coup d'etat as well across the place. Oh, look.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Someone is changing public opinion against us in France and Portugal.
The people will come to our side.
So we need to work on that urgently. That's public opinion turning against us, and in Benelux. Someone is really attacking us.
Our supporters are in place.
Across the whole of Europe. Public opinion is massively just turned against us. That's not good. Alright, we need to do something about this. Let's send you to talk to France.
We must persuade the people.
What's the op?
You take control here. It was the event?
Reporting in.
Ah, okay. Because I panicked. So here's the question. Will public opinion track upwards normally, or do I need to actually work on it? Let's play like it. Let's see what happens in Germany. Small chance of a crackdown. Let's keep going.
I will tell
It looks
our
like someone
story.
else has cracked down here, actually. Could we get
Your
you to
orders?
purge? No, you can't purge. It's Ixir who can purge.
What's the up?
71% chance to purge. Let's do it. Let's grab one of those control points in Europe.
Power.
I missed the event, actually. Central African Republic has undergone a coup d'etat, so that's humanity first every time.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The people will come to our
3%
side.
United Kingdom. Alien Fleet Feature 2 and completes transfer to low Earth orbit.
We've got our people in place.
And we've taken another part. I've got another UFO on Earth. This time I'm actually going to do something about it. Okay, we've got the Alpine States, which is great. So red is actually increasing my popularity, not lowering it. Get it. Everyone loves us, basically. Let's send... Who's our least useful person right now? Aisha's not
ready for my mission.
Let's send you to investigate the alien activity in Algiers.
On the way to the target site.
Alright, let's get Isxir to purge again, because I think there's still a 0% chance to purge. I can't purge. I can purge. Cool. Get that up to 95%.
Terminating the opposition.
And then I want you to start. Can you control? Yep, take control of Italy.
Bringing them on board.
And I want you to keep doing public campaigning in the United Kingdom.
I will tell our story.
And let's confirm assignments, and let's go. So that made the game even easier, because now we should be able to take Spain and the UK pretty easily. And then we can just set up Fortress Europe and just keep expanding out of Europe as much as we can. I'm liking how this is going. One thing I am worried about is that Humanity First has a lot of control over Russia, which is a bit concerning.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Should be taking a bit more of a look at the rest of the world, right? How's China doing? We've got a little bit of control in China. Nobody's controlling America yet, which is probably my next campaign will probably look at actually taking over America.
Our presence is growing.
Awesome. We've got 2 control points in the UK. There's just that one left that is currently protected. Oh, nice. That's clandestine cells completed. So what does the energy lab give us? 3% bonus for investments and boost. Let's build in space. Okay. Information sciences lab. Knowledge priority. Alien signatures. Allows faction to detect alien abduction stuff. We definitely need that urgently. Oh, we can actually do projects now. I just noticed that. I didn't mean to click on this. This menu takes ages to load. Red's still bad. They want to fight aliens, but a different faction. Okay. Oh, okay. That's the other faction. Gotcha. I thought the color was the amount of popularity, but it's who they like the most. Gotcha. If we go back into research here, we can now research 2 things at once, which is pretty nice. Let's put a little bit of juice into that, actually. So we managed to take... Oh, this is 4 in the UK. That's what's happening. All right, we need to crack down in the UK again. So let's get Aisha to do that. Oh, it's not time to assign. Now it's time to assign. Okay, you need to crack down in the United Kingdom. Oh, only 60%. And get it up to 63. Oh, we've got massive influence. Let's try. Let's take a risk.
Cracking down.
Let's get you to keep controlling Italy.
I'm here.
Let's get you to public campaign in Great Britain.
I will try to sway the public.
And let's get you to public campaign in Germany. Let's
make our appeal.
Get these to swing back to blue. Oh, I didn't hire my new guy. Ooh, look at this guy. Ashley Bandy, celebrity, persuasion 8. And she's wealthy, which gets us a money income. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab her. What a pickup. Got Miley Cyrus working for us now. Wait. Did notice the big nuclear button on the top of the screen. Good to know that France has nukes. I mean, I know France has nukes, but good to know that I have control of France's nukes. Do a big zoom in. Alright. Let's get Ashley Bandy out of America. And let's get her working on just swinging public opinion in Europe for us, I think. Can I not give her a mission this turn? Doesn't look like I can. They already confirmed assignments. Damn. Okay, we can do military science labs. Alien signatures is done, which is great. Objective complete. We can now Research Scout, Deep Space Watch, and Alien Origin Project. Okay. Investigate alien objectives. Convince the location of agents near alien crash sites. So that's what we need to start doing. And then engage an alien. Objective. Okay, cool. Let's get alien origin researching. And let's go from there. Things are starting to move now. Things are starting to happen. We can start now dealing with alien abductions. And I'm quite excited for that.
We have moved the needle.
Why am I public opinioning in Italy?
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Crackdown complete.
Cool, we can now purge the UK.
We're taking over.
We got another point in Italy. Cool. Looks like Italy is France's half hours now. Oh, cool. The audience project's been completed. Let's investigate building an energy lab. I want to see what happens when we complete this. I have no idea what will happen. All right, Ixir.
We'll be ready for new orders.
Oh, we're not ready yet. Armenia and Iran are now allies. Okay, let's oh, we committed sufficient boost to launch a lunar module into space. Oh, how do I do that? That's a new mission. How do I construct and launch a lunar module? How do I do this? How do I do this? Well, first of all, Ixir, you don't have the option to move from the surface to Earth. Yeah, you need to purge that last control point in Britain and make sure you get it.
Removing our enemies.
Standing by for orders.
Aisha, you need to tell everybody in... Okay, France is ours. Let's move on to Benelux.
Making our case.
You need to keep...
Standing by for orders.
Take Spain, maybe? Yeah, let's work on Spain.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Ashley,
where do you need me?
You need to tell people how great we are. Can you go to Portugal and do that?
We'll make our appeal.
How do I
Standing by for orders. We must persuade the people.
How do I get a lunar module into space? I believe I need to construct it. So is that what I'm doing? Apps. Can't build any apps from this menu. It's the same menu. That's fleets and ship construction. I can send him into space, but he has nowhere to go apart from the International Space Station. Or so if I scroll out here, you say the options are out here. Options are out here on the galaxy map. Do I need to come further out? Oh, do I need to pick one of the points? So if I pick here... No, these are just anchorage. Yeah, this is a stable anchorage point. I can't build anything here. Can I build something around Luna? I want a low Earth orbit point if they exist. Whoops. Okay, W and A do not transfer the map the way I thought they would. We move to Earth. I want to work out how to do this. Stations. I can't add. So yeah, these are the... So I can send a MAD to Chang'e Station or the International Space Station. I can't send them to a new station that way. Oh, here we go. It's right here. It's right here on my screen. Found platform. Build a command module for a small station in the selected orbit. It may be delivered on a rocket from Earth or by a hab with a connection mode in the same planetary system. Requires 1 free mission control. Requires at least 11 money and 1.5 to launch from Earth. Well, I would like to do that. I'd like to launch one in... Why has this got a gas mask on it? So the cost here. If I put it in low Earth orbit 1... What if I put it into synchronous Earth orbit? No, I can't afford that. Best I can do is low Earth orbit 1 or low Earth orbit 2. Let's pick low Earth orbit 2, just because I don't know what that does. Oh, I can't. Target low Earth orbit 2. Okay, found platform. Cost this. Done. The Resistance has begun construction of a new platform. Quinn Langu Station in low Earth orbit. Well, we definitely need to change the name of that. Hey, I built a space station. Can I rename it? Oh, this is cool. Alright, first of all, we need a name for it. We're going to call this the Admiral endowed. No. We're going to call this Pure Station. Alright, so now I can actually add modules to it, but I haven't built any yet, right? Because I'm currently building a module. Yeah, I'm currently building an energy module that I can add to this soon. This is cool. This is really cool. This is the first time I've actually gotten into space. That's awesome. Thank you, Jake, for telling me where to click. And that didn't take up ammo. So there's our little platform core. In space. We have a presence in space. Nobody's on it yet, but it's here. That's so cool. Right, let's confirm our assignments. And remember, we need to keep an eye on Earth, but we've got a foothold in space. What that means, I don't know. Let's go. Build research complete. Orbital shipbuilding, perfect for us.
We've moved the needle.
Benelux likes us more.
Public sentiment is increasingly with
States
us.
like us more.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Our celebrity, Kylie Minogue, didn't do very well in Portugal. Kylie Minogue, there's an old person, there's an old reference.
Our people have
we purged the
control.
UK. Excellent.
Our supporters are in place.
And we captured a bit of Spain. So as soon as that last part of the... Ooh, there's a Humanity First dude here. First Division United Kingdom is now under our control. We've got 2 armies now. We have resources to require CERN. That sounds great. Who has the most loyalty?
Where do you need me?
Oh, we don't
Reporting
remember the loyalties. Whatchamacallit, but let's go for it. Let's also increase her persuasion. And let's just check everyone else. So you can't be upgraded. You can. Let's get your investigation up. Yeah, it did. It was more expensive for hire. Oh, I see. Okay, well, it only let me build on low Earth orbit. That's literally all I could afford. But you're not ready to upgrade. Okay, we've just got CERN, so that's more research for us. Let's keep pushing Europe. So, can anyone do anything about this agent? Let's have a look. Ahmed,
At your service.
You can't do anything about the agent.
Ready
Ixir,
for orders.
You can't.
Ready.
Aisha, you can investigate him.
Where to?
Oh, hello.
What's the up? Investigating.
I didn't realize there was
alien
another
site.
investigation.
Standing by.
We need to definitely do that. Yori.
What's the up?
I can now send my counselors into space as well. Can anyone here
Where do you
surveil?
need me?
I'm here.
You're the one who can surveil and you're
Where do
currently
you need
investigating.
me?
Okay, that's fine.
Acknowledged.
Alright, I want you to go to Germany and just talk about how great we are to the Germans.
Making our case.
I want you to go
Reporting
here and tell the people of Amsterdam how
I
great
will
we are.
try to sway the public.
Acknowledged.
I want you to keep working on taking control of Spain.
Taking control.
And I want you
Ready.
to campaign here in Portugal. So
Making
Humanity
our
First have
case.
taken a slot from us in Spain, which is annoying, but we can take it back off them. And our little space station is just up here, chilling out in space, which I'm really happy about. That's so cool. All right, let's go. We'll see it ping. We'll see the space station fly on Earth. It's that new blue line that's appeared.
Of course, there was an accident.
Wow,
Frankly,
Humanity First
I'm
have such
surprised
a
it took this
crazy
long.
amount of
Just-
research.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We've moved the needle.
We need to start getting ready to resist
We
the
found
enemy.
something.
I just noticed we've lost
gained significant
control points
support.
in Italy. I didn't even notice that happened, but there's 2 control points belonging to the servants. We need to get that fixed. Wow, look at all the stuff that happened. Cambodia and Thailand have ended their rivalry. Greece and Sweden seem to be forgiving Russia. Humanity First have control of Russian military. That's not good. Humanity First have the Northern Balkan states. They have Greece. They have a lot of Russia. 3 points in Russia. They've got a lot of Scandinavia. They've got Poland. So they've got Eastern Europe there. Humanity First seem to be doing very well. They've got most of Russia, most of Africa as well. It's a little bit concerning. Alright, what we need to do is we need to crack down this slot here.
I'm here.
But Aisha's working here. I actually want Aisha to surveil here, see if there's any alien abductions
Initiating
going
surveillance.
on. So, who
Your
else
orders?
can crack down? You've got an espionage of 3, of 1. There's investigation. So, investigation of 3.
Ready for my
Investigation
mission.
6, you can crack down, but you can't. Ixir has an investigation of 5.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Ixir.
Acknowledged.
If I tell you to crack down here, you got a 19% chance. We can bump that up to 78. Let's do it.
Going after their people.
Ready for my mission.
So there's space combat roto with very realistic like first. That was weird. My fire alarm just went off for a second and then it didn't. The landlord did replace the oh, I just noticed my stream must have restarted a few minutes ago. My landlord did replace the batteries in them recently. I wonder if he didn't do it properly. Sorry, excellent combat. There's very like first generation spaceship combat in this game. Land combat I think is just done on the map. There's no like XCOM style tactical combat, sadly. But that would be a lot to take in. What was I doing? Oh yeah, you're so we've got a crackdown going on.
Your orders?
Ahmad, keep telling Germany how great we are.
I will tell our story.
And
I'm here.
Yori here. We need to start working on purging here as well. We need to get Italy back. I didn't realize I'd let someone get into Italy. Yeah, there's very complicated space combat. Like, very complicated space combat with ships that die if they take a hit. We need to look at where our next target is once we've taken Spain. But I also want to make sure that we get Italy on side. Let's just work on public opinion. No, we can't work on public opinion in Italy, of course. Let's... Can I get you to crack down here? You're probably very bad at it. You are very bad at it. I don't want to spend too much influence. I only get to a 36% chance. I'm not sure what to do with you right now, Yore, because you're usually used for capturing territory. There's really no territory left to capture. Brazil is apparently the best. Go
Putting our
capture
people
Brazil.
in place.
Reporting in. I will try to sway the public.
I do not want you to do that.
We must persuade the people.
Okay. How long is it going to take for our energy lab to be complete? It's going to take a while. Let's bump this up. I'm really keen to see this go somewhere. Completion 18th of May. It is now... Okay, it's going to take... The next end of the month we'll be ready.
On Overwatch.
Hab module complete. We completed construction of a new Patrick core. But I renamed this. It's not called Quinn Young Station. It should be called... I renamed this Kyoto Station. Same name. So now I think I can add modules.
About 15 seconds to CSM act.
Not yet. So I don't have any modules available, but I believe I'm building an energy module, so that should be available soon. But here's a little space station. It's just a Hab module. Is there any crew? Anybody on the ship? Anyone here? It has no offensive capability. It has 3 crew. We have 3 crew members on our little module, which is the coolest thing. I'm really happy that this is a thing.
Laying the groundwork.
Right, anyway, back to the boring bit on Earth. Spaceflight program initiated. Germany has joined the Space for Nations Belgium, a small satellite. Cool. We can now get boost and mission control from Germany. That's great. I'm really worried about humanity first's power.
People will come to our side.
Okay, Spain are liking us.
Public sentiment.
Poland are starting to like us again.
We've hit them where it hurts.
We've managed to crack down there. Okay, we've now got interplanetary warships. Scary. Feels like it's moving very fast. We can maybe start push hard to get a ship built.
Our presence is growing.
Okay, Brazil like us. That's great. Okay.
Your
Ixia,
orders.
purge this humanity first presence out of here.
Where to?
No sign of any alien abductions, but we're gonna just surveil again, just to see if that changes.
Recon.
You're
Ready to go.
You're a tough one. I'm just gonna keep sending you.
We'll be running this place in no time.
To where you have the best chance to grab stuff. Okay, Portugal likes this. There's no point in you working here. Let's keep working on Germany.
I will tell our story.
And
ready to go.
You don't have a mission, Ahmed. I need you to. You can't purge. I need to crack down. Can you crack down?
Acknowledged.
You can't crack down either. Okay. But I don't know if these guys can crack down. It's something I need. Let's just start working on public opinion in the Northern Balkan states, and we'll take that next.
I will try to sway the public.
Okay, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Also, I'm noticing that Russia is actually really liking the resistance right now. So what we may actually want to do is start moving into Russia, right? And get it off humanity first. Because that would be a big coup for us. We could also end the war in Ukraine, which I'd be really keen to do. Yeah, that might work really nicely. Our module's going to be finished in 2 days' time.
Setting a watch.
Okay. We've completed the Energy Lab project. Allows construction of the following HAB modules. Energy Lab. Cool. So if I build this, allows construction of the following ship components. Now, if we build a Corvette, do I need a shipyard to do that? I'm guessing that I do. Do I need interplanetary warships first? Allows construction of the following ship components. It doesn't tell me what all the requirements are. Let's see if we can try and get a gunship built. Let's start with interplanetary warships. Humanity first may be friendly to me, Daniel, but I'm not friendly to humanity first. And I think that's exactly what it is. They're friendly to me. Let's do that. And now let's go and check out our little hab. Go to station. And now we should be able to add... Oh, look at all the stuff we can add. Okay. So I can build an energy lab. Energy lab. Small laboratory conducting high energy physics experiments. Grants plus 2% bonus to our investments in the boost priority if module is in an Earth interface orbit, up to a maximum of 30% for all faction hab. Space science, 3% bonus to investment in mission control. Solar collector, power output skills approaching the sun. So this just powers the hab, so I guess I've got to balance the power. Materials lab, military investments up, life sciences, welfare priority. So if I build a materials lab. Hey Hoystein, welcome back. Glad you're back. So if I build a materials lab, will that help me with producing spaceships, right? In space I'll get water, volatiles, base metals, and noble metals, but it won't get me any fissiles. Right, so that gets me going. Okay. So I can see what they produce down here. Oh no, that's construction cost. This is the monthly support cost. This is what they produce. This is what they need for construction. Right. This is what it produces. 5 research and 3%. So I can't build any of these because I'm not producing any of these. So how do I get my hands? So I can spend boost to make the shortfall up. Okay. So I can produce stuff to start with. Alright. Do I actually want to build any of these? That's the question. This gets me 10 power. This gets me boost. This is probably what I want to go for, right? I probably want to get a space science lab. Because this will increase my boost. Can I build this? How do I build this? So I click and drag. You may build this module on Earth and boost it to the lab. Got it, Jake. So I have to boost it. Warning, current and under construction power modules will not show enough electricity to operate this module. Are you sure to build the Space Science Lab here? So what I need then is a solar collector first. Yeah, build on Earth. Cool. Awesome. So we are now... I don't think we're going to see the construction yet. No, we can see it. So we now added on a power... We're now adding on a solar collector to the module. This is really cool. Alright.
Flight controller is about 15.
Let's just let time go by. Government in Congo has been overthrown.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The people will come to our side.
It's taking a long time to turn Germany back over to our side. Poland has left the EU, thanks to Humanity First. We need to fix that.
Our associates are now in charge.
We've purged Spain.
We've got our people in place.
Awesome. Cool. We've almost got Germany back on our side as well. Okay, we're now able to build a supply depot. That's cool. Alright. So keep working on public opinion. Actually, who can purge? It's Aisha.
Ready for orders.
If I get you to crack down, because there's obviously no other abductions going on there right now. 64% chance. Get that up to 90. Or we can start working on Russia. We have a 23% chance to crack down in. I can spend a lot of influence to do that, but we're getting a lot of influence. Yeah, I've noticed that Africa is just coup d'etat after coup d'etat after coup d'etat. We're just staying out of Africa. The Polish are not following the Russians. The Polish have been infiltrated by humanity first. In fact, that should be my priority, is reforming the European Union. Let's work on Warsaw. Let's get Poland on our side. Ahmed, go and tell Poland how great we are.
We must persuade the people.
Ixir, good work. Go tell Poland how great we are. Let's see how broken this is, right? Our chance was 23% chance to crack down.
We must persuade the people.
I'm going to send everybody who can. You can't, so you just continue to surveil here, just in case there is some alien abductions going on.
Surveilling target area.
Alright, Yore, you also can't convince, so you just keep working on Brazil.
Bringing them to our side.
But I'm going to send everyone who can in to persuade Poland. And let's see how much we can shift public opinion by in one turn.
Eyes up.
Okay, we've got another alien fleet in orbit. UFOs crashed in China. Benelux has also launched a spaceflight program, which gets us some more boost. So my worry about going into Europe was they wouldn't have enough boost. But now what seems to happen is as time goes by, they'll... Well, actually, no, it's my influence, isn't it? Because I control those nations, I'm making them develop boost. 9% in Poland.
We're winning
8%
their hearts
in Poland.
and minds.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
This is really interesting.
We're taking over.
And we're taking over Brazil. Not that I really care. Oh, look at the artwork. There's a shiv. All right, project complete. I don't think we can build any of these, but I'm interested to find out. So next, let's research supply depots, and let's just have a look. Can I construct anything? Where was the ability to construct ships? I thought there was. Here we go. Ship construction. Oh wait. First of all, I think I need to. Hang on. Design a ship class. Okay, I'm looking at building a gunship. I won't be able to do this. I'm just curious to see how this works. So this is a gunship. It can be said as a transport, a strike craft. Let's build it as a space superiority fight ship. Yeah, the resistance does auto set boost as one of the priorities. It does. Okay, propellant tanks. I can add one propellant tank. I have no modules. No, I do. Okay. So I can give it a 10-inch cannon. I can give it a water heat sink, or I can give it a heavy water heat sink. Give it radiators. It needs a battery. It needs a power plant. It needs an engine. What are my options? Solid rocket, liquid rocket. Okay, these must be different powers of rocket. Powerful inefficient rocket that uses polybutanediene acrylonite with ammonium perchlorate oxidizer to produce thrust. Mixing refined kerosene and liquid oxygen is ideal for reaching Earth orbit. Hydrogen reacts with nitrogen tetroxide to produce thrust. Cryogenic liquid hydrogen mixed with oxygen for improved efficiency. Alright. Let's go with the meteor rocket. I don't really know what I'm doing. What else do we need? Armor. We can go with steel armor, titanium armor, silicon carbide armor, or boron carbide. Okay, that's where I can place that. So what modules go in here? Radiators and utility. So let's get a water heatsink. And then for radiators, we've got the choice between aluminium fin and titanium. We're going to go cheap and cheerful. Yeah, I can see they have different trade-offs. I'm not going to sit and look through them all at this point because I have no idea what I'm doing. For now, I'm just going to try and get a ship into space. So this ship, because it's a gunship, literally just has a nose-mounted gun and nothing else. We have this 10-inch cannon. If I made it an escort, we have slots for guns. If I made it a corvette, we have slots for guns. But I'm going to go with a gunship. I'm going to go with the smallest type of ship I can. Now that means I have to rebuild it. Sorry. Utility modules, we'll get a... I'm going to make this the cheap... I'm literally going to go for the cheapest ship that I can possibly build. Right? A Project Orion rocket. Well, it's either an Apex rocket or a Meteor Liquid. This actually looks like it's a better one to go with. I can add propellant tanks. I don't know what they do. Each tank provides 100 tons of propellant to the ship's drive, increases the ship's delta V. Okay. And I can add more engine rockets. Okay. Let's go for 2 of those. And then let's add some armor as well. I'm just going to go with titanium armor, which means it's probably going to die. Choose example transfer. Ooh. So if I want to put it into an intermediate Earth orbit, not destination around Earth, no. Say it starts off at... No, I don't need to do it, put a transfer in though. Ugh. I think I just lost the ship. What if we ordered... No, the ship's still here. The Cadmus class gunship. How do I save this? Clear designer, auto design. I just noticed there's no option to save the ship. Right? Unless this is my GAD. Okay, so this says it's an interceptor. Save design. Why can't I save you? The save design must have a drive, power plant, radiators, battery, armor materials. At least one, because I haven't selected the armor. No. And an assigned role. I've added armor. It keeps moving the armor out. Can we maybe not support the armor? Drive, a power plant, radius, battery, armor materials, even with 0 things. I think the problem is I can't have armor. Nope. Even with 0 selected, I still can't save the design. So I've chosen armor. I have to drag them. I can't just click on them. Ugh. I assumed I could just click. Well, there's what the problem was. Let's give it one thickness armor. It's probably a terrible ship. Let's save the design. This ship lacks sufficient delta V for almost any transfer and may only be used to defend a space station. Okay, let's add another thruster. Still has enough delta V. Where's my delta V? 0.24 kps. So it's incredibly slow is what you're telling me. So there's a diminishing returns between 4 and 5 engines. That must be the weight. Yeah, actually, reducing the amount of engines increases its cruise delta V, but reduces acceleration. What do I need to get this to for it to not be red? Oh, wow. Well, that's just ridiculous. We don't want that many propellant tanks. Oh, thank goodness I can click in here and type. Okay, let's try a different engine type then. Let's try the Venture Liquid Rocket. Okay, this is a much better speed to propellant tank. If we put 10 propellant tanks, we'll get it to 2.8. Still isn't enough delta V. Yeah, maybe auto design. Okay, what's 124 tanks? Sure. Look, it's added a lot more armor as well. Let's save the design. All right, done. Let's get out of here. We don't have any of the things we need to build this, right? Apparently we can build it. But I can't build it yet because I need a hab that can build it. So we need to build a shipyard on this. Got it. Wow, that's complicated. So there's another whole new aspect of the game I've never even seen before. That's super complicated. But we have a ship designed. But we have nowhere near the components. We need a ship. We need to be able to build shipyards in orbit. Okay, confirming assignments. Management research is needed to control so many states. Interesting. You keep telling Poland how great we are.
Making our case.
At your service.
Aisha, we've got a new alien activity to investigate.
You see what we can find.
No one else on our team can crack down. You can.
At your service.
46% chance. Let's just boost that up to 91.
Targeting their center of power.
Where do you need me?
Yeah, just take control of Brazil. Brazil's not a bad place to take control of. And you guys tell Poland how great we are.
Making our case.
No, I want you to tell Poland how great we are.
I will tell our story.
That's insane that shipbuilding is so complicated. Oh, what was that? Construction of the solar collector is complete. That's cool. Let's actually have a look at that.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Let's just...
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Okay, so we can now build another module, but we can't. Why can't we build another module? We only support one at the moment. Looks like we can only support one module right now. Because this is all grayed out. That's what I'm assuming. Could also be because we're in the mid-month.
We've neutralized their key people.
Okay, we cracked down Poland.
Here's what we found.
Okay, you just surveil that area.
Our supporters are in place.
Russia's still attacking the Ukraine. Okay, let's get you to control. No, not to control. We need to purge. Here, we do that.
Terminating the opposition.
I'm here.
Surveil to see if there's any abductions
Setting a
occurring
watch.
here.
Your
Working to take
orders?
control of China is not a good idea. Canada's the next highest chance. 90% chance for Canada. Do it.
Establishing control.
Standing by.
Keep telling Poland how great we are. Public, that's 2%. Why is that so low? That's interesting. How are things looking around the rest of our terrain? Ooh, I just noticed that the UK is open for business. So let's actually get
ready to go.
Purging. I should do this.
Your orders?
Ready for my mission.
Want to try and take the UK as soon as possible, but I only have one person who can do that at a time. You guys just keep... Why is it so low here? Tell the UK how great
I will
we
try
are.
to sway the public.
Ready for my mission.
Can I
will
get
try
go
to
to
sway the
station
public.
missions? No, I can't. Okay. I can send someone there, which is pretty cool.
Mission in progress.
We can now build space dock. Okay, that's very important. Let's do that.
Initiating recon.
We need to change... We'll wait for supply depot, because I don't want to lose either of these. Let's just stop contributing to this entirely. I still have China selected. Oh, that's what the problem was. I hate it when that happens, because I'm assuming they're just going to select the country that they're in. That's frustrating. Right, we're going to build a space dock next, if we can.
There are two types of people in this world.
Advanced
Those-
magnetics, cool. South Sudan has been overthrown. New outpost, we're now up to the outpost core. Cool.
We have moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Russia and Belarus have formed into a single nation. So that's the start of the USSR being reformed. And we've completed the supply depot. So we can now look at space dock. And what I actually want to do is just put everything into this, which will have it done by the 9th of August. Let's see if we can get that done ASAP.
We've removed some threats.
Our presence is growing.
We've taken a spot in Poland, which is great. We can get that back in the EU as soon as possible. Alright, I want you to purge the United Kingdom. 1% chance to succeed. Oh, they managed to reprotect it. Well, that's sad. And then, in that case, purge these guys. Good 87% chance.
We're taking power.
Where do you
There's
need
nothing going on here. Yeah, it's honestly not that exciting, but it is also really interesting. We're trying to take as much territory as we can to produce the resources we need to move into the next phase of the game. The most important one being the boost resource, which is what we use to lift things into space. And that's how we were able to build our first hab. But the countries that have the most boost are the USSR, Russia, China, and America. But at the moment, still, nobody has managed to touch America yet. They're still not under control. Yeah, this is fascinating. I'm a little bit over it right now. I think I'm gonna probably just seeing how much work it's gonna take to get a ship into space is insane. I want to see how much, probably close the stream up pretty soon. But I think I've learned a lot in this session. The tactic definitely works. Getting persuaders in early just means you can take territory. Like, I honestly think next time I'm going to try and take America. I'm going to start off, just get my persuaders in there, not even bother taking some low tier areas, just focus on getting a good influence in economy. They're actually you can actually reform the USSR in this game, which is a bit scary. If you manage to get all of these locations, you can reform the USSR. Just how my kind of strategy here was to try and reform the European Union. There's a few places I need to take back, but you can do that too. So you can reform the big power blocks. There's also some other weird things like Switzerland has become the Alpine states, which is pretty fun. But yeah, I think we've got a good plan for the early game now. What I need to look at next is how quickly you can get into orbital mining. Rather than building warships, you probably want to focus on mining ships. So what the tech tree steps are for that, and how quickly to get it going. Because I think if you start producing materials in space, I think the game could change quite considerably. And I also wonder how much control over the planet you can have when you have space superiority. Because surely being able to drop rods from the gods just puts you in such a powerful position for taking over the world. Something to think about. For now, I'm actually going to end the stream, and I appreciate everybody who's watching and giving me tips and stuff. I really appreciate that. I know it's a bit abrupt, but it is 12:30 for me. I've been streaming for quite a while, and I'm kind of like, if we keep playing from this point on, it's going to go on for another couple of hours. I've still got the game. We're going to lose the save, unfortunately, when I quit out, but that's okay. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you have a great morning, noon, night, whatever you're up to, and I will catch you whenever you are about next. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Ciao.